Welcome everybody back to Learned Mortality Day 13. Last time on Learned Mortality, Larry made the Hindenburg explode. What'll happen today?
Alright, that happened.
Yeah, it did.
As we currently stand at the end of a long and arduous battle.
Alright, how are we getting the car out of the basement?
Right, Elisal helped me get that in. I guess we'll take it down the tunnel.
I could try to... If we got... Is there enough snow around here I could shove it through with the Act 1?
You can bring in a whole car?
Anything he's touching. I was shoving around the Hindenburg earlier. Why do you think I can't move a car?
Alright, I wasn't there for that. All I saw was an explosion. Well, I guess if that works out, that works out.
I just can't move myself in the car. It just has to be the car.
Oh, you gotta walk. Got it.
Oh boy.
Well.
If there's anything that, helps in this regard, I suppose Encore and I could assist in moving the vehicle while Dr. Sierpinski is away.
Yeah.
And also, Lucy, you're gonna start writing on yourself.
Okay.
As you can just hear chains rattling up above as the carcass of this massive submarine animal is just kind of pulled back into the ever-rotating machinations of the Garden of Chains.
I have to say, I'm quite impressed by the ingenuity up there. It definitely helped against the giant. So, Doctor, your weapon hopefully destabilized the flesh and the souls on the inside, as you expected? Are we to assume that 2525 is gone? I see. Well, I hope that your weapon was successful, because I'd rather not deal with that again. Ever.
Yeah, I second that.
So?
While we're here, Elissa,
Bliss holds his hand up to his earpiece.
I want to bring you in on this too.
I hear you, Dr. Iso.
With all the information we have now, what do you think we should do about me? The parts of me, if you will. We know there's still one out there for sure. Whatever form mad as hell takes. That being said, do I stay here with the good doctor? Or do we keep moving as a unit ourselves?
Well, given that the progress that we've made with the good doctors, I believe that they are now part of the unit.
Not exactly as mobile as I would like.
No, but now would be a responsible time to bring them into the loop of what exactly we've been researching back at Isotiller.
Yeah, I agree. Pooling our information is good.
I also feel like returning back to Isotiller with you in tow so that we can give everybody back at base a debriefing of what exactly has happened here. I feel like if people and researchers and everyone back at base express doubts about the involvement of the good doctors, well, I don't think they'd exactly be happy if we left you behind with them, now would they? I would want you there so that we can get everything leveled, without much misunderstanding.
All right.
I would also prefer you be with us. No offense, Doc.
Doctor stares at you.
Given the amount of things just figured out in this past day, including the experience in the 25th hour, I don't think that it's a good time to disperse our group. Even if we're going somewhere possibly hostile, definitely hostile, it would be better for us to just meander as a group.
The good doctor's gonna hold up his hand, and you're gonna see the air starts to sort of pixelate behind you, Larry, and a subtle, sort of just yellow glow creeps into the room.
Gonna have a hard time fitting the car through that.
I guess we can get back here anytime we need. Hey, Doc.
The good doctor still just emptily staring back at us, at the whole group. Just like the flag kind of merges back with his hand.
Well, if by means of travel are in question, I guess two of us could bring the car back and the rest of us could move forward. Given the ease of travel now.
Lucy, Bliss, why don't you two head back through the portal? You're probably better at debriefing than I would be.
Well, we do
I'll get
also
the car back.
want to make sure that Elisar gets back.
I'll pick up Elisar.
You're gonna drive up the mountain?
Someone's gotta. It's gonna be me.
Yeah, if you are wondering what to do about rendezvousing with everybody, just drive up to the base of the mountain. I should be able to take the power lines back down.
Yeah, on my way. I'm gonna try to make a come down here, giant pile of snow over here to shove the car through, so I can pop it up top.
It's just falling down from the sky above from when the freaking giant bashed in.
Yeah, with a giant back to the roof.
It's gonna take some time, but I think you can manage it, and it's very funny. The idea of you getting the car up there through this method, so I'll let you do it. Bliss is gonna look to Lucy and just go,
Yeah. Wanna head back?
Sure. That sounds like a reasonable thing.
the good doctor just kind of continues to watch you as Bliss steps by.
Lucy's gonna put down this House of Dreams. At the dog.
The dog
Alright, let's
sort
go.
of ruffles its own fleshy fur and sort of hops back up and perches on this console. As you're doing this, you do notice just, like, all around the room, sort of clambering up around the garden, there are more eyes just kind of watching you all in the dark.
We should probably get going.
We should. We have plenty of things to also talk about with the people of Rut, Tiller. Regarding the manufacturing of butterflies, Bliss. What?
Huh?
He just holds his hands up!
Look,
That's
if
kinda
there's
big.
something... yes, it's kind of big. Look, he, like, steps under the awning of the penguin. Excuse me, pardon me, sir. We'll cross that set of wings when we fly to it.
And you all will find yourselves stepping back out. The freezing cold of the blizzard surrounds you immediately. Bliss is just standing there, sort of looking around.
What exactly are we?
Doc, I think you misinterpreted our directions.
Just kind of squints looking.
Looks at the penguin.
The penguin is slowly phasing out.
Wait, hold on. Doctor. You know, if you're gonna drop us off somewhere to look at something, you could have just told us. And it gets cut off.
Fucking hell.
Hey, everyone, take a point of frostbite, please.
God damn it.
You know, even if we are still feeling a bit more amicable with each other, I still want to wring that neck.
I think he just thinks he's so fucking smart. I think he just thinks he's so fucking smart.
And you're gonna hear Millie's voice. Everyone? Are you all okay?
Yeah, Millie, we're okay.
We're a bit lost, though.
Yeah, a little bit thrown out in the middle of nowhere here. Well, sort of nowhere.
Bliss looks at the building.
Huh.
Any markings on the building?
The signature flag flowing colors that you can see in the blizzard. Same flag that's seen around Tiller. It's part of Tiller in some way.
Well, at least we're not abounding in the middle of nowhere, arms to the sky. But I'm still not... I'm scared what's on the other side of that. I miss Elisar.
Tali,
Hey, Amy.
I'm checking out the satellite dish here. Does it seem functional?
Yes, it does.
Anyone got any tools on them?
I got a screwdriver.
That'll do.
Yeah, I've got a few.
Alright, I lost all mine earlier.
Hang on. Here you go.
That's disgusting.
Bliss pulls out a little bag. A very
It's
dainty
convenient.
bag.
It's convenient.
Yeah. I'm gonna tap into this thing. What is this thing doing?
It's sending out a signal.
What and to where?
Oh, you've
Well,
heard
where?
it before.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was gonna be.
You have a radio. I'm gonna plot point Bliss has one. He's also into radio shit. Just starts playing this.
Like man and white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise.
Oh, right.
In this world,
Can I tell this is a relay or this is originating from here?
That would require a brains roll.
Alright.
Okay, Amy, what you can tell is this is a relay unit of some sort. It's just strengthening a signal.
I see. Is this another relay? What do you think? Should we leave this going or should I scrap it?
You should definitely leave it going, until we know further on what's going.
Lucy,
Like-
Bliss, Seiko,
Yes?
I've got some information that is being willingly sent to me right now.
Who's from?
I think you'd like to hear this. It's from the good doctor.
Oh yeah. Right, we're allies now. That's the thing that happened. Yeah. What's the message?
It's not a message, it's data. He's sending me data.
What kind of data? Data on what?
Him.
Huh.
Oh.
Well, if that doesn't show a good faith, I don't know what is.
I don't know if we can be so certain. You all did something in there. You used the 25th hour, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we had a conversation with the good doctor.
Heart to heart, if you will.
Laurel.
Therein would you have learned him to be an amalgam of past versions of Tiller and Diso.
Yes.
Right. This information makes me deeply uncomfortable.
Naturally,
Its
me too.
identity is a twisted blending of the two, with a single unified goal: to find a way to die. From what I can gather, it's like a field medic for the frostbitten. It's been working as a distraction so the other frostbitten can steal parts from our basement. All it really wants, though, is death. All they want is death. Lucy, Larry,
Yes?
Seiko, Elazar, Dad, are we doing the right thing?
What if I know? I'm just a soldier.
It seems that their current existence isn't the best, and if we can help them achieve their goal, the sooner we can get things to a more peaceful state. No more war.
I would like to bring up something I brought up with you before, Millie. We're still learning. We're still trying to figure out everything of what's going on. There's no right or wrong in our situation, and when we know what we want, we know what we want. We now understand the problems that our former enemies had. We understand the frostbitten a little more, but not fully yet. So now we have the ability to take in what they want into our equations. We're not doing the wrong thing. We're still trying to figure out what to do.
I don't think it's a question of right or wrong anymore. There's
It never was.
so many shades of gray here.
I agree with what Lucifer is saying. There is still a major part of this equation that we are missing, even with what we have learned from our meeting with the good doctors.
I think after we understand the Devil of the South at least a little bit more, then we'll understand what's going on.
Right. We can only debate on what is right or wrong after we have learned what the full picture is, what that looks like.
There's one thing that's really bothering me right now with formulating anything about what we're going to do. We know that the frostbitten are divided. There's some that are just wandering, there are some with the good doctor, and as we know now fully, especially with the mad as hell variants, there's something going on with the devil.
Now, Millie,
Yes.
I can tell that your question is more directed towards how we plan to go forward working with the good doctors.
It's
I know you are concerned about what their goal is.
it's mainly about the death part.
Yes. I assure you, now that we are working together as one, we can also provide them answers that aren't just death. We were once not that much unlike the good doctors, with an incomplete view of everything that was happening around us. The good doctors are only a fragment of the people that they once were. They have an incomplete view, and thus their goals are colored.
I think also it's valid to say, sweetheart, that I may have made an error raising you. I may have over-dramatized something a little bit too much, and I hope you can forgive me in that regards, but death is just as much part of life as anything else. It's not a ultimate evil that has to be avoided at all costs. It's just something that naturally happens to all of us.
I think that looking for different solutions aside from death itself should just be a side priority, but something we keep in mind, because something that I've been wondering myself, given these fragmented pieces, is that they're fragments. It's like solving a puzzle. Maybe we can find a way to put some of it to rest and some of it, we'll say, back where it belongs.
Consider what you're saying here, Lucifer. We are talking about parts of Dr. Eso. For them to be dead, that is a part of him that will be gone forever.
Well, I understand that, but it's one of those. I'm gonna say something very harsh here, my friend. And he puts a hand on Bliss. You're broken. You're shattered.
I know.
We find the working pieces and we put them where they belong, inside other modules and such. If I could put everything back into you, that would be great. But
Yeah.
we both know that that's not something possible, especially given that we've already destroyed, what now, 3 parts of you?
And if the greater working part of me happens to have a different opinion and still wants death, I don't think that's something that this part of me can stand by.
I agree with that.
I'm not just going to leave this world. I want to be here for my family.
You want to make it home to your husband.
At least get to talk to him. Tell him what happened. He, above anyone, doesn't deserve to be thrust into this.
There are several third parties that would be affected by the things going on here. We all have loved ones that we want both with us, looks at Seiko, and to at least know what's going on. I cannot wait to leave, but I know that I have things I have to do here before I can do such a thing.
And we're gonna try our best to work with those that want to communicate with us, including the good doctors, including any of the other frostbitten who, well, want something.
Okay. I'm getting more information from the good doctor. Would you like to hear it?
Naturally.
Of course.
Though we should be making our way inside soon. It is freezing out here.
Yeah.
He's telling me what he can do. It's an ability that lets it move and manipulate bacterial cells. Moving them, giving them new form, coalescing them into a single unified entity. It can send impulses to bacteria to subtly influence your minds as well, without you knowing. Human bodies, as they are, full of small individuals. It uses this bacteria in your own body as a sort of binding agent for its messages. It can also, for example, use the bacteria behind your eyes to create hallucinations of itself, letting it move without you really seeing it. Bacteria is known to survive even the most deadly of climates. And so too has the good doctor. No matter what happens, it will survive. Frostbitten class ambiguous. Designation: the doctor.
My father worked the mines.
I had an inkling of that's what was going on.
Took his life.
Reminds me I need to go talk to Bolt again.
Stolen from his only son. And it's
There's a
stolen
lot of
from his
people you
wife.
need to talk to.
And I swore upon his grave. Someday I would make things right.
Let's get inside.
So I learned
Cold
how
out of here.
to bend steel. I learned how to make it move.
Is there a sign on this building, Tali?
There is not.
Nope, it's just the Isotiller flag.
I watched as
I tried a
every
door.
story, all the
course.
hell we put men through.
Oh, Elisard. Do I miss you?
Without
Alright.
iron,
Well,
there's not a task.
we don't know what this place is, right?
No.
Not really.
Which means that it's,
Looks familiar.
little vague about what's going on.
What?
I think I can open up the door. Well, specifically my brother. Encore, you wanna go for a walk? Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, I can do that. Alright, stand back. I'm gonna go for a walk. Encore's gonna use his ability on himself. And he's just gonna walk through the door, bursting.
Yeah. As you just make an encore-shaped hole in this door.
He's like 6'5", 6'6", so yeah, we could fit through that.
Out of the cold, please. Is this another tunnel entrance?
Might be. Basically, he's gonna cause the metal to twist in and on itself in places to try and close the door so that the cold doesn't get in.
Just kind of curling the metal back around the natural sort of places that it was earlier. Can you just give me a spin roll?
Naturally.
Okay, yeah. You do so. The door seals itself sort of right back into the holes that Encore had broken through it. Only the slightest bit of cold getting in.
Are these cameras up? Or is that lights?
Those are cameras.
Lucy's gonna look at the cameras and then he's gonna reach into his pocket and he's gonna take out the lens from way before when the butterfly emerged. Hold on, I need to ask Millie and Till or something. Or at least a favor. Millie? Dr. Tiller?
Yes?
We've also gained privy to the knowledge of the origin of the butterflies. I understand that you wiped your memory and therefore our Tiller, well, you Tiller, have possibly also expunged that from your system. But we've learned
The
that
standalone memory point, unfortunately.
if you could do any kind of digging, maybe around the area where we first found the schematics for Millie down in the hallway,
Yes, of course.
check any flash drives, anything, if we can find any information about it. It feels really weird for a entire project at Isotiller to just vanish.
I agree.
If I may interject with a suggestion here for places to possibly search, up by the there is a hallway connecting the corridor to the greenhouse to the generator room, I believe, with the washing machines. For some reason, that was also obscured by the illusions. So try checking to see if there's anything hidden around there as well.
We'll do our best.
Do what we can.
Okay, good. Thank you. And Lucy's gonna look at this control panel looking thing.
Internal heating.
Ah, lovely. I hope it's on.
It is not on.
Lovely.
The cameras are.
So,
On call.
but
They won't be able to see you through that.
you know what that does? Yeah, I was trying to see if there was anything on the inside, given Mr. Short, red, and fleshy being in the previous cameras.
Do you look in the camera?
He looks inside the camera.
Yeah, that's an interesting little apparition just in there. A reflection on the lens.
Oh, hello, Doc. Yeah, he's in there. I figured. Given that he's the one that brought us here.
So he's still watching us. Great.
Well, he wanted us here for a reason. Naturally, he's gonna be observing us. He glares to the camera as well. Well,
The camera swivels on its pivot to follow you, Lucy.
anything with this generator here, Seiko? Is that what you're doing?
Is this generator working, Tali?
It is.
It's working at the very least. We can get heat. We can possibly get heat down here.
Oh, thank God he flips on this heat.
Whirs up and starts to immediately blast a little bit of cold air into the room.
Ah,
Yeah,
I
give it
see.
a second. Give it a second.
yeah,
Why is it
yeah,
not
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
be?
naturally.
Oh, fucking hell.
Bliss rubbing his hands.
Oh. Is it just me or has the blizzard gotten worse? It's not just me, right?
It
It's
has
not
gotten
you. We
worse.
are probably also significantly more south than Isotilla. We know that the storm's getting worse the further down we go. Well, might as well figure out what the doctor wants.
Would you like me to tell you where I think you are?
That would be lovely. Please, sorry.
Okay, I'm just sorry in advance.
Oh, that's not good. I fucking knew it. Fucking-
I'm gonna get Elisar to, like, here.
I wanted to go back to Isotilla. No, even further south. Lovely.
I'm getting the feeling someone's impatient. And I don't really feel like we should be doing this right now, gonna be honest.
Lucy's gonna flip off the camera.
The camera's lens focuses.
That's the equivalent of the doctor narrowing his eyes at you.
Essentially, yes.
Fucking prick. Okay. Why are we here at the Ice Core Lab? Finally. Although good news, there might be a shuttle here.
So, fun fact about the Good Doctor, he can use his ability through these apparitions, these projections of his own mind that are sort of used through this bacteria. So, Lucy, you're going to start writing.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And then further, it's going to say,
They're trying.
And he barely started to recover from 25. Sure. Fucking at least we'll get the shuttle. We'll at least try and get the shuttle, or at least see what the cave-in is, or... We'll try and let something here, sure. Throws his hands up in the air, knocks over something. Encore accidentally hits himself in the face. Sure. Now, why does the doctor want us at the Ice Core Labs?
Fuck if I know, he probably wants us to go hit something. If I had to take his push your advantage, literally.
Well, I agree that the doctor wants us to do something. It feels weird not to also send Larry and Elisar. Or if the dogs are just used to sending out small groups like over at Isotiller.
He might just think, oh, we're working together now? Okay, you're one of my little troops, go do this.
Yeah, we'll have a long talk about that next time.
Yeah, I don't really like it.
Alright.
You know, it's really bad considering he sent the only two that aren't fucking technically one of him.
We don't know that exact thing for certain. And that might also be exactly why we're being sent.
That's fair. If what they said is true, they can manipulate souls. Maybe they have an easier time against the, fragmentary souls than intact ones.
It could also be something of a sensory. Since, well, that doesn't actually track. We have Bliss with us, who is the most unbitten of us all, my friend.
Hey, that's me. Well, I don't think I just want
Look,
to
if you
sit
want me to
around here
come
doing
back you
nothing.
up after I pick up Elisar, I can. Or we can get back and you can start heading back through the
You
tunnels.
want to take us back to Isotiller? I'm not against it.
Keep on standby until we figure out what the doctor's actually pointing us at. Worst comes to worst, we have the shuttle we want to bring up, anyway.
How about that? Hey, Doc, you want to explain your fucking plans?
Bliss looks at the camera.
Yeah,
You know,
that
so
would
no,
be
we're not
great.
wandering around?
The camera looks at Bliss, it looks at Lucy.
Sorry, are you not used to people talking back?
And then you continue writing.
I like the idea it's no full stop. Because the Guardian is currently indisposed.
And then you were gonna write a little bit more.
Don't worry, I understand. And we've barely fucking recovered from that. And the motherfucker was already at the fucking lighthouse. Way away, Guardian my ass.
What is he on about now?
I'm going.
You can remind him that we're wounded?
Oh my god. He
Saving him?
doesn't care.
I don't think he cares, Seiko, yeah.
You know what? We could at least go take a peek. You know, just a quick little peek. You know,
just a quick
we
peek.
can just waltz on in there, only lose an arm or two. We'll be fine.
Fucking hell.
Oh, let me get my character sheet. Tali, can I have a funny 2d6?
Yes, you can.
Not when I thought this was gonna happen. Okay.
Interesting. Very interesting. Do with it as you will.
You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Fine. This is gonna walk towards the door.
Hey, Lucifer, are you serious?
Yeah, why the fuck not? At least we can find our way to the shuttle.
While he walks by, as he walks past me, I'd just like to toss a coin through the air, have it turn into a cat right onto his shoulder.
Not now, Seiko.
Take a cat with you. Help with whatever you're doing and keep you calm.
I am calm. Uncle walks
Sorry,
over and
you
just
can
one hand picks up the cat.
you can already see Larry at the base of the mountain.
Elisar's going to signal to Larry with his flashlight. He'll make his way down the rest of the mountain. You better have the heater on in there, Corporal.
Hyper for one, Dr. Serpinski.
Oh my god.
We may have to make some changes to the destination that I requested.
Where are we going?
Well, Corporal, as our head of security, what do you suggest we do? It seems that the others have been sent somewhere, well, unexpected. Should we try to circle around and go in to back them up? Or should we continue as we initially planned? Because right now, do keep in mind, as this is very important, the ones out there right now are two of the only hands that we have left who are still unbitten. Or not unbitten, unbitten.
It's true.
I would like to
We
make a good
probably should
impression.
go back them up.
Yes, I would like to make a good impression for the good doctor.
I'd rather not. Hey, Millie,
Yes.
can you tell the, any people who are itching to go out and about today to go check on the, fishing traps up at Lake Ism and come back if under threat?
I can do that.
Hopefully it's a light day today, but we're gonna have a hell of a one down here.
I can also send back up to you. Do you need someone?
See if you can get Val to clear out the shuttle loop. I believe there was still that cave-in down there.
If Val got something, make sure that she can go down and make sure that the shuttle loop has the track all the way fixed. I know we messed with it a bit when we were fighting Watchdog.
She will also need somebody to back her up, likely.
Team Tolerance. You hear Ancelor over the comms?
If Ancelor and perhaps Murphy are there to back her up, I believe that they would make a good team.
Okay.
They can trick your itching to go somewhere, send them up to get the fishing traps,
definitely
check on
would.
those.
Be able to do that. Alright. Myself, Dr. Tiller, Dean, and Goose are going to keep combing the base. I'm sure we'll be able to find something. I want to believe there's something here to find.
See if you can get Mr. Watsky to help you with that avenue as well.
Alright.
He seems to intrinsically know his way around.
There's also just the, well, I doubt that that Bolt would be able to communicate the way we want him to, but there's a possibility of him having heard something from the flesh pits down below. As we've seen that Bolt has talked to the Frostbitten in one way or another. And we could glean something in the next 25th hour if we were to ask him to speak.
Lucifer, Seiko, before you two go off doing anything crazy, you mentioned earlier that there was information you wanted to relay to the base. Would you mind telling us that now, just in case you die?
Oh, yeah.
I apologize for the bluntness, but it's very important that we don't lose any more information than we already have.
Well, given that's with the... Oh my god. Given with the 25th hour we've had with the doctor, I was saying it to Millie earlier, and we asking you to recomb the base for information, the butterfly's origin, has been stated to be of Isotiller.
Specifically, one Dr. Iso and one Dr. Tiller.
We so far have been given, we know the three main players in this situation, and we also know their preferred elements that they work with. Millennium and Isotiller being the base working with the flesh, the good doctors in the garden being the metal workers, and down at the Ice Core labs, the so-called Devil of the South and Oblivious being the ones to work with ice and the soul.
Well, we'll report back to you as soon as we find anything, rest assured.
For that we thank you. Team Tunnel Rats, do you copy?
Alright, I got you loud and clear.
Alright, here is your mission. The good doctors have seen it fit to send us deep within enemy lines. As silly as that sounds, with the felling of the giants, a window has opened up for us, an opportunity to go in deep into the Ice Core labs and see if we can figure things out.
Yeah?
But your mission is to give us a nice, safe exit. If the Frostbitten forces down to the south are preoccupied with reconstructing the giant, then that should leave the shuttle loop presumably unoccupied for the time being. A perfect opportunity to go in there and get that collapse unblocked.
Sounds good to me. You're certain there's not going to be any bad bones down here wanting to tussle with us?
Nothing certain in Antarctica.
Inconclusive. Walk on your
There's
tippy
gonna
toes for
be
the time being.
something. We'd be way too lucky for there to be nothing.
Nothing certain in Antarctica other than the cold. Get moving.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Sorry for the short notice, by the way.
No problem. Understandably, you're working with a little bit of a psycho from what I heard. Best of luck, mate.
Somebody who still needs to learn that we are not troops for his command. But I think that we should still try to follow what he says, at least for now, to try to make a good impression.
Push comes to shove. We'll meet you down there. Alright, Team Tunnel Rat, let's go.
Alright, we're probably getting into a tussle. I'm gonna channel Haman into myself and heal myself because I'm at half HP.
Yeah. If you need to... Corporal, if you need to duck out, may I suggest going down to the shuttle loop once we reach the Ice Core labs to meet up with Team Tunnel Rat and help clear out that blockage. I will likely be joining the others at the front, given that I am still in, working conditions. I'm still healthy.
It'd probably be better if you helped down with the Ice Core team. You'd be able to communicate and possibly go meet with them through the tunnel blockage thanks to your dimension hopping bullshit.
Honestly, Corporal, I am more concerned about Lucifer and Seiko out there. I want to ensure that they do not meet some terrible fate at the hands of this Oblivious and whoever else is out there. His Ice Core team.
Yeah, I know.
But if you really think that is where I will be best employed, I will follow your follow your judgment.
I'll head to the Ice Core labs. You can head down there. They have
Very
enough.
well, Corporal.
Considering you sent Val down there, Val's probably more likely to have as much explosive power as I would for clearing it. So having another person who can get them lots of information would probably be more helpful than me.
If that is what you think, then I will not argue.
Again, I haven't seen it, so I'm just working on pure conjecture.
All right. If it's just conjecture, then I will withhold my decision until we get there.
As Lucy and Bliss and Seiko had sort of pushed the door back open and stepped back outside, you would see the lights of a buggy approaching your location.
It's a surprisingly shorter journey than I thought it would be.
20 minutes to get here, maybe? Less than. It was not far.
I'm honestly more surprised you guys waited this long for us to show up.
And run in on our own?
I was about to just
I
kick
wouldn't
in
have been
the
that
door.
surprised. I mean, Psycho's here.
I appreciate the restraint, but I wasn't guessing that you were over-eager to throw yourselves into the fray
Hey,
after
Larry,
dealing with the giant.
I've kept quiet about it till now, but the way you pronounce my name kind of bothers me. It's Seiko. I'm not crazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got there finally.
It's been like 20 sessions, and it's finally been addressed!
So as you were coming down here, you would again, Larry, the snowstorm buffeting the buggy as it just rumbles on down. Occasional bursts and blats out from your soft, sort of hushed conversations. Sounds of disinterest, sounds of almost barking back rage towards the actions of the good doctor, but ultimately sounds of uncertainty. As you pull up and everyone reconvenes.
So we're going in?
Doesn't seem like we have
Yes,
much choice this
fucking
time.
Lee.
Or do we want to check down the basement first, see if we can clear up that tunnel?
I think that's one and the same, is it not?
No, they're different buildings.
No, they're different buildings.
Looking down the road, can we see where it leads?
It seems to curve up and around. You would notice the road is dotted occasionally with slightly glowing yellow bulbs.
And inside this building here is the entrance to the shuttle loop, correct?
Yeah,
Map says.
that's what it seems to be. Though for some reason, again, I don't exactly remember this looking like this, but whatever, I'm gonna chalk it up to memory bullshit.
There is also something else down here that would be worth surveying when we have the opportunity. up atop the mountain. I believe that you might have seen bits of it, bits and pieces when I was sending out the video transmission. There is a giant, unexplained, inexplicable pit to the south of the labs.
Yes, I was meaning to ask you about that. What type of a pit, Doctor?
That may be the site where they're trying to reconstruct the giant, given the mass amounts of ice that they would need to do so. It may be a quarry of some kind. A quarry for mining out ice.
So we should stay away from that for now, probably. Right?
Although, how fun would it be to drop some firestorm bombs down that?
I mean, I was thinking it, but like...
Well, I'm saying it.
Okay. I think,
I also
okay.
fear of kicking the bee's nest there.
I think what we're doing here is stupid. I think this is fucking stupid, but we're already apparently dedicated to doing it, so whatever.
No. I said that if we were to be working together with the good doctors, I would not be treating this like some kind of war. That is what has gotten things into such a messy state that they are.
Do you want to just go down and talk to them somehow?
I want to survey things. I want to conduct a little bit of field research.
You know what? That's an idea I can get behind.
He actually smiles for once. That's the sanest fucking thing I've heard all day.
We should treat that instead rather than going to some kind of war.
Thank you. Oh my god.
We are out here to learn what we can. We cannot go out and just destroy Oblivious and destroy the team working with Oblivious until we know everything that they want and desire. I believe that what the good doctors have shared with us about their motivations, the Devil of the South, have been discolored by their mannerisms and disposition in the same way that their very own goals have. We cannot see them as a faction that are out to get us and destroy us. They've barely even attacked us. They likely know that we're here. They likely know that the good doctor will be sending troops after them. But they have no way of ascertaining that we are the ones that the good doctor have sent. If, of course, we keep lightning in the sky here, concealed and out of sight.
You already forget that how he brought up these guys? That these are the people who basically no longer think of themselves as human, who more than willing to just kill and manipulate everything.
The Frostbitten at the command. There is still a mind behind all of this. It is an organization. They have the assets and capacity to build a giant.
So do ants, compared to what their size is.
Correct?
We at least know what ants are.
Yes, and we know that at the lead of this operation, there's an AI that's being kept somewhere down here in the ice labs.
We don't even know if the AI is the one in charge.
We don't. And from what we've been able to learn and see, we have no reason to assume so. You know that part of Dr. Iso split off, or presumably Dr. Iso. Were we told that this was Dr. Iso?
We know Mad as Hell is part of this organization.
Right.
And its iterations.
Also the virus in 2525.
Well, I don't know if Dr. Iso is the leader, per se, as much as simply a part of.
Well, that should be our goal.
Hell, for all we know, it could be just all of Goose's anger, and that's what's leading it. I have fucking no idea.
We should figure that out. Our goal here should be trying to figure that out and trying to open up communications with them. If we are left in the dark as much as we are with the good doctor, we may wind up making a whole cavalcade of mistakes.
Are we going to the Ice Core labs and knocking, or are we what are we doing? Because I don't know why else we're just sitting out here having this conversation in the middle of a fucking blizzard.
We should get inside.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can meet up with the others down in the shuttle loop.
I see what condition it is in. Otherwise, we gotta make sure this thing stays intact.
Oh, and Elisar,
Ah, yes, Lucifer.
as noted, is gonna point over his shoulder with his thumb. Good doctor is also making sure that we have a little man in the chair, if you know what I mean.
Oh, right, hello up there.
Camera follows you.
We've had a small chance to discuss what exactly the mission that you have given us is, and we have a few questions and concerns that we would like to also extend to you.
We also got a few tasks. Just keep moving, LSR.
Very well. We understand what you are saying, good doctors, and we would agree that this is a fantastic opportunity to make some moves out here. I suggested to the rest that after being so worn down after our encounter with the giant, that rather than trying to strike out against Oblivious, we try to open up communications. See if we can level the playing field here, reach a higher level of understanding, and then make our move from there. Whether that be ending their operations or uniting theirs with ours. I believe once we have learned more, whichever outcome we end up going towards will be a favorable one.
Hey, Lucy, you're gonna start writing?
Lucy already had the marker out. Deadpan look on his face. I'm getting real tired of washing this arm.
It starting to look like me during my classes.
LSR, let's move.
Very well. Our first course of action will be securing the shuttle loop, so that we have a easy route of retreat, if need be.
Lucy, you're gonna really quickly scribble as you're trying to walk away for a second.
I also
Lucy
understand that you have gateways in place in case we need to retreat as well, correct?
And then it just kind of is just scrolled off the side of your arm. It seems like it came out really fast.
Oh, please do not worry about them. Seiko and Lucifer are my top priority, making sure that they are alive. And well.
You do care.
I love Chameleon.
Also, Tali,
Don't
your
tell
words
anybody.
are very hitting a lot.
My
for
words are
Lucy, I'll
hitting
tell
a
you
lot.
that.
I'm glad.
I guess we have been given the go-ahead to do as we see fit. Although that was really my plans all along.
I'm still confused as to what the nature of the mission is, if it's just recon or if it's search and destroy.
I don't think we
It'd
have
be nice to know something echoing from the stairs on the way down.
I think the doctor wants us to search and destroy. I think we're gonna have to figure it out for ourselves.
And the more that we learn, the further our objectives will develop.
I think for now recon, but if we see an opportunity to cause some damage, it might be a good idea. Just to delay them making another one of those fucking giants.
Well, what I would prefer is if there is some way that we could do that without making a direct attack, perhaps? To sabotage things, maybe. Practice a bit more subterfuge rather than just going, oh, wham, blam, here we are, open fire, that sort of thing.
That's exactly what I'm thinking of.
Wonderful.
And you continue down into the echoing darkness of the shuttle loop.
Y'all gave me a screwdriver, and a screwdriver in my hand is about as dangerous as a shotgun in Larry's.
Whoa, you're that
Also,
strong?
I feel like I should bring this up because I just remembered I'm fucking one-handed right now,
Oh yeah.
and it's my non-dominant hand, so this is not gonna go well if we get in a fight right now.
I forgot about that.
Shit.
Excuse me, everybody, coming through.
Mm.
Alright. How do we feel? How comfortable are you doing your own recon around this area while I pop into the fold and scout ahead?
I would rather have eyes in the fold, so I am all for your current idea.
Very well. I'll go around checking out the doors. If I conclude that they are safe, I shall open them for you, and any doors that I find from that point forward shall be opened and shall stay open. That is your sign that a room is safe.
Also, does this look like the end of the shuttle loop?
In front of you seems to be a small, sort of entrance into a anterior tunnel. It doesn't seem like there's a cart present. It's more so like, you know, like the boxes that would be used in like a bank that would allow you to transfer something through like a bulletproof glass wall. It's kind of like that. It's like a little cabinet that you can pull out of the wall, and oh hey, there's some content, and then you can shove it back in. It looks like that.
Dude, put me in the
That's
tube.
how they load the ice cores.
Yes, precisely.
Well, there's your obstruction down the end of the tunnel there.
Oh, core. Flashlight from inventory.
You want to be checking this door while I'm in the fold, Tali?
Yeah, of course. Seems to be a ladder shaft.
Okay. I'll open the door. Oh, that looks like the collapse.
You see anything yet, LSR? I say into the ether.
Do these stairs lead up to some kind of maintenance platform up here, Tali? Or do they go down?
They go down and around to what you would recognize as a loading bay for a shuttle cart.
Okay. I'm gonna continue on foot down the tunnel towards the collapse.
What you see here, roof split open, shards of sheer, jagged, sharp ice protruding from the ceiling down, piercing through metal catwalks, pipes, busted open, frozen water now leaking out, rubble everywhere, broken and jagged rebar shoved into the mix. It's an absolute mess.
Okay. I'll start going to remove stuff from the fold. Yeah, I'm walking up so I don't have to shout. Everything seems to be all clear.
Good.
No shuttle in sight, though. It may be either underneath the collapse or on the other side. We'll have to wait until Team Tunnel Rat arrives before we're able to ascertain anything like that. But I suggest we all keep our voices down for the time being.
Naturally.
It'll probably be some time before the excavation team arrives at the other end. Now, I would like to discuss, do we think it is a good idea to try to get through the blockage, get through the collapse from this end? Or continue towards the ice labs and see if we can figure anything out before they start blowing up bombs down here in the tunnels?
Knowing my brother and Val, they're gonna start blowing up bombs the second they see a collapse. So...
Right.
Yeah. Well, my thing is that the doctor dropped us off here. So there must be some checklist that he's going through. They're going through. Hey.
I can still hear that radio transmission coming from somewhere. Is that one of you?
In my case, you have your radio on, Bliss. We found the...
Oh, I turned that
It's a
off.
relay satellite.
Did anybody see a radio back up there at the landing?
I don't believe so.
In the building?
Oh, I didn't see one.
Is there like a loudspeaker or like an announcement speaker down here or something like that, Tali?
Can you give me a brains roll?
Yeah, let's just go.
Naturally.
I don't see any speakers in the room, and it's really hard to localize like where the sound is coming from. It kind of bounces all around in here. But as you like take your look around, Lucy, it does seem like it's coming louder in the direction of the collapse.
It sounds like it's gotten a tad bit louder.
All right, time to really comb every inch of this map looking for any weird discrepancies.
LSR has been entering into suspicious mode.
I'm on to you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Now, I agree. There's something strange going on here, Lucifer. If it's coming from the other end of the blockage, shouldn't it be... I don't know. Would sound even be able to get through that?
Unless it's not fully blocked.
Well, given that sound does resonate more...
Through water, it does travel really far. And ice...
Yes, and
Yeah.
given solids... They don't disperse as much, so it must be something from the other side. We should tell the oncoming demolition team that there's something on the other side, possibly.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Val, Murph, Pencilor?
Yeah. Yeah.
We're hearing something on the other side of the blockage on our end. That sounds like a broadcast of some sort.
Is it my giant booming voice? Hello?
No, that sounds a lot more lovely. I wouldn't announce yourself
you hear
at
just like a
all
shuffle
right
on the
now.
other side of Murphy just going, oh, for fuck's sake, you shut up.
Maybe that could hear me. Well, maybe something else can hear you, you idiot.
We've heard this broadcast before on stationary places like a radio up towards, closer to East Attila by the Devil's Pass. But
No, this is a broadcast that the good doctors are sending out. When we first arrived at the Lake Una hub, we found all of their transmitting equipment.
A transmission of some sort. Are you sure it's from the good doctor?
Why else would they have all of that equipment at the Lake Una hub?
Elisar, you said that you found
Strange.
a weird dish up towards the top of Mount Evans, right?
Correct. It wasn't in any sort of working condition.
I
It seemed
see.
to have been out of commission for, well, I'm not sure how long. I'm not quite that good with that kind of stuff, kind of equipment.
I'm beginning to think that that's not the good doctor. At all, actually. I suggest that we perhaps find a way through the blockage ourselves and at least try and meet halfway. Because we don't want
Right.
either side to be caught out by whatever's out there.
You're right. If we're hearing this transmission, that means there must be a way through. Or perhaps that this collapse isn't as deep as we thought it was initially. This might be more of a shallow ice wall. I'll see what I can do.
As you come up here, it does almost seem like there is a parting in the side of the ice where this rebar is. Someone your size could definitely squeeze through there.
Yeah, that's perfect for a 5'10" human to fit through.
Oh, surely not somebody of my stature or my big belly.
Oh yeah, no, of course. Maybe someone more like Seiko. Seiko could probably fit.
What?
Go in the death hole.
All right, in you go.
You need me to go check something out?
Perhaps.
Hmm.
Do you think that you could actually crawl through there?
Yeah, I could. Want me to?
Absolutely not. This is a collapsed tunnel that we're talking about. Any small shifts in weight might cause a secondary collapse, encasing you inside.
It's okay.
I would
got
not
roll-
like to see that happen, Seiko.
Rolling girl? Meow? Oh, maybe you're too large. Rolling gold. You're just the right size.
Yo, send in sprinkles!
Yeah, sorry.
Let's go sprinkles!
So, is there... Okay, Tali, I've got a really stupid question. You're probably going to say, is there a way that Sprinkles can go through, relay what Sprinkles sees to Rolling Girl, and Rolling Girl somehow explain it to Seiko?
I could give Roland Gold one of the little video communicators that I was apparently using.
Give them the scouter. It could see that is part of the scouter.
Yo, for the explanation, we sent Rolling Gold into the 25th hour.
Oh my god. If you give Rolling Gold the scouter, I'll let you do it.
I'd be willing to give mine up.
Sprinkles comes over and paws at you.
Yes. Oh, brilliant idea, Sprinkles. Wonderful suggestion.
I cannot believe we're doing this. Alright.
What's that, Sprinkles? Anselo is trapped in the well?
Sprinkles shrugs.
Oh my god.
Murphy's trapped in the well.
Num's gonna place a hand on Encore's shoulder and just be like, as much as I know you want to burst through there, please do not while the cat is in there.
I would never do anything to hurt Sprinkles. However, I do crave mass destruction.
I think Sprinkles just wants to give me the scouter.
Wait.
How does this exactly work with the cat?
Wait,
I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Unstoppable Sprinkles. Okay.
Oh no!
Well, you've been blessed with the characteristics of a bullet. Please don't try to damage that equipment.
Alright, so Sprinkles, you crawl down into this tight, cramped space. It's not too hard for you to get around, although there are a lot of jagged, sort of spiky bits here and there that you could easily like poke yourself on, so you have to be very careful maneuvering through this crawl space.
Cat dexterity, go. Brr.
And everyone else can see through Sprinkles' cam, as I'm assuming Sprinkles is holding it like in their mouth.
Is that me?
Yeah, except for
It's
Duncan.
like one of those. It's like
Oh,
one
it's
of those.
hanging,
like
hanging off the neck like a
I can't believe
GoPro.
you understood what I just said. That was not English.
Sprinkles has it over their ears.
it's like one of those cat collars with the built-in camera
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
views.
Yeah.
And Amy, I'll just let you feel around, because the dynamic lighting does let you move through this, but I'm not going to tell you where to go.
Okay, good. It does have vision.
The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in
And for everyone listening in, it does get louder.
unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world. Millions of despairing men, women, and little children. Victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed.
As much as I would have wanted to send Sprinkles to the fold, that would have meant that we would be unable to receive this transmission.
Sprinkles takes a moment to scratch behind their ear.
And so long as men die,
Turns the volume down.
they will never perish.
This is reminding me of those videos of people who attached. What are they called again? Those little cameras.
Speed amateur?
Speed amateurs. That's correct. To their pets. And then just let them go do whatever they want to during the day.
Is there something on this point, Tali?
What you see there is, the rest of the tunnel system. It's open.
Yet again, Amy following proximity audio in a maze.
Right here, Rolling Gold, as you get up to the wall, you see there is a speaker embedded in the wall. Just sort of belting this out.
That's strange. Did that speaker look like it was purposefully installed there? Or was it placed there by someone?
Give me a Brancho.
Okay.
Seemed very intentional that it was placed there. Almost as if the collapse happened before it was installed.
That's what I'm thinking. Is that what is causing all of this fucking ice to form? I wonder.
Sprinkles crawls out of the
As-
cave system like a goddamn hero, covered in dust and dirt and grime.
There seems to be two parts to this collapse. There seems to be the actual structural failure of the tunnel, and there seems to be all of these ice crystals forming everywhere. I'm beginning to wonder if that broadcast has something to do with the formation of these specific ice crystals.
Yeah, it is a little
As
strange.
you notice, they are not indicative of a collapse. Reach out and touch them, they are razor sharp.
Yeah. The only thing that should have fallen down here is rocks and snow. They wouldn't form ice crystals this quickly.
The only other time that we've seen ice form like this is in the presence of Watchdog Water Dragon.
Hmm.
They seem to use ice as sort of a material to build nests with. However, this does not appear to be a nest. If it were, there would be more holes everywhere.
Bliss just kind of taps on the part of the ice.
So what do you think's happening with this?
It looks alright on the other side. I kind of want to go take a look for myself.
Hmm.
I did see a secondary path over there.
If you're going to be going in, at least allow me to send you to the fold first.
Yeah,
That way, your physical presence shouldn't cause too much of a disturbance.
that'd probably be for the best. Good work, Sprinkles.
Sprinkles MVP.
Give me that back.
You little devil, give me that.
Ow, ow, ow. No claws. Seiko, they're not letting it go. Do something, please.
You better watch yourself, Illisar.
When we get back,
Sprinkles is unstoppable.
when we get back to Isotiller, we can make you a little headset. You gotta give that one back to LSR for now, okay?
Good going, Seiko. Keep distracting them. Off button! Elisar will grab Sprinkles by the nape.
Roll a bronze roll!
Release it at once!
Sprinkles roll durability! You off button the cat.
Okay, then he's going to quickly snatch the communicator from its little grip.
You know, he was about to give it back to you. Rolling Girl is staring you down. She is staring daggers at you.
I'll make it up to you later, I promise.
House of
You'll
Dreams
be having fresh fish soon back at the base.
crawls onto your head, Elisar. And then, it's gonna reach out and try and grab the communicator.
Oh dear. Yeah, Elisar's like holding it up out of reach, so it's away from Rolling Gold.
It just like wraps its flesh around it, snags it away, looks into
What
it.
Directly into.
Oh, this is no good.
Staring into it, there's like a click. You see House of Dreams just like its face recoils back, eye wide.
It's the freaking pigeon looking into the camera.
Right,
It just flashed back
like the bird
itself.
pecking the camera. This is no good. I do not know where the off button on the horrible flesh abomination is.
So are you putting Seiko into the fold?
Yeah.
Thank
There.
you. Alright.
I'm sorry. But I don't want to be an emperor. That's not
Thanks for making sure it's safe, Sprinkles. I'm proud of you.
or conquer. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate
Alright.
and despise one another. In this world,
This
there's
is
room for
going to
everyone.
be a thing.
The earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be
Speaker's over here, right?
we have lost the way. Greed has
Right here, guys. I'm gonna take a look at it.
barricaded the world with hate.
Is it like encased in the ice, or is it just mounted right to the
We
ice?
have developed
Neither.
greed.
It is like there is a hole to the wall, and there is a speaker installed in the wall.
Hello, you reading me?
It's a little bit fuzzy due to us being in the fold, but I can make out your words.
Alright, I got eyes on the speaker. What do you want me to do with it?
What was your plan to do with it? I'm not good with this kind of thing.
Well, we can always use more parts.
Can you look for a way to disconnect it?
Oh, yeah.
Scrap it, I dare you.
Can I get to the mounting plate?
Yeah, you can.
Alright, I'll start unscrewing that.
Okay, can you make a scrap roll?
Alright.
Nice. Win by 1, so I'll give you 2 scrap for that. As you disconnect the plate and the speaker goes off, and, yeah, something flies out and tries to land on your hand.
I knew it.
Oh, fuck! Seiko's just gonna panic and fly back and fall backwards. Shit.
That's,
Shit.
that would be a bronze roll.
Seiko, what is going on in there? Speak to me.
Oh,
Okay.
You got a cat.
Explode that.
You got a cat.
yeah, I'm gonna throw my cat, yeah.
You fall backwards. It sweeps down towards your hand holding onto the speaker. It tries to land on your hand, and you fall just out of the way and just floats up into the middle of the room, just hovering there in front of you.
Fuckity fuck. Butterfly!
Understood. Elisar's going to pop out of the fold. Everyone be on your guard. There's a butterfly coming towards us. It appears to have been within that speaker and is now coming after Seiko.
Yeah, that was close. That was way too fucking close. That was way too...
Oh my god.
That was way too fucking close.
Are you alright?
It missed me.
That must be it then. We've seen those butterflies linked with the formation of this sort of ice in the past. It's not the transmission, it's the butterflies. Or maybe the butterflies and the transmission are one and the same. I'm not quite too sure anymore.
I got the speaker at least.
We have seen them interact with technology quite a bit.
We can either wait for it to fly away, as
we
they have
can't let
before.
it, perhaps, we can't let it menace Team Tunnel Rat. We have to do something
Oh
about
yeah,
it.
we should tell them that. Hey, butterfly alerts. Keep on guard.
Fucking called it!
You hear Murphy just grumble back.
Sorry, a bit unlucky.
Sorry, I kind of dropped a flashlight in there.
We've only seen one of them, by the way. We're going to try to track it down now.
Oh dear.
All right, we'll keep on our guard. You as well, Doctor.
You want backup?
That would be much appreciated. I was going to ask Lucifer if I could perhaps have some backup with those throwing balls of his.
Yes.
Since Corporal is currently indisposed.
Um,
As long as it's not a jellyfish, you should be fine, right?
Hey, Uncle, go ask nicely. Okay, yeah. Can I have the shotgun? Please. Begging you, please.
See Larry stick the flashlight under his armpit so it's still going, and reach into his coat, pull out the shotgun. Fine.
Yeah, he does the Tusken Raiders above his arm.
Everyone now, all at once. Dumb pig sound.
Okay, I'm ready. Encore's arm, so I feel a little bit better.
I'm Midcore, and also, if it gets anywhere near to us, I'll do to it as I did to those rats earlier.
Yes, just be careful. We don't know if it's on pure touch or...
No, of course.
As
a last
Wait,
resort.
What rats?
Do not get me started on the rats.
What rats? There aren't rats out here, are there? Arctic rats?
There were plague rats inside the giant.
Should we just make a bigger opening, to be honest?
I could try.
Nice.
So again, you have to be pretty careful in order to make sure it doesn't collapse.
Yes.
But I will let you fold space a little bit and get a little bit of a bigger opening.
Be careful. The edges of this tunnel are very, very sharp.
Honestly, at this point, should we all just go through?
I'll back you up. Might as well.
Why don't you stay out there in case someone comes up behind us?
I have the eyes on our quarry. I'm just trying to make sure that we're not going to get ganked by something all of a sudden.
As you come out, Elisar, you will see that it's just kind of a soft blue glow coming from a extension of ice coming off one of the pipes. It seems to be perched on it, upside down, every now and then just gently fluttering the wings once.
The good doctor said something that these butterflies were a project of base Esotiller.
Yes. That kind of goes with a hive mind theory I've had before about these, is that these are just the spawn of something. Whatever was created in Esotiller is a central mass that these things are spawned from.
The matter that they appear in technology quite often makes me think that they might be digital in nature, not exactly corporeal.
Remember that tidbit of information that the good doctors shared with us about one of the first projects, that weather probe.
Right. Perhaps.
I wonder if we can retrieve that probe.
I think that probe has probably been retrieved by something else already.
You're probably right.
I've been thinking about something as well. There is the chance that we have already met this weather probe without realizing it.
In what way?
It was from the description they gave us, it was a machine that they created to collect data from Antarctic storms and make working out here a little bit safer. What have we seen already that is round in shape, about the same size as the weather probe that we were shown, and has a direct relationship with weather?
Those blue orbs?
Could you stop philosophizing and just shoot the damn thing already?
Oh my god.
There, you're appreciated. Not now.
I wanted to take this opportunity.
Or is one of you died in there because the butterfly got to you?
No, it didn't get me. I'm still alive.
Well,
This
we should do
isn't-
something about it.
This is a good
The corporal
moment
is
for
right.
study.
Doesn't seem to be doing anything particularly. It's almost like it immediately lost interest in you.
I think that they're very on the more autopilot side of things, where I don't think it's waiting in ambush like it usually has been before. Every time it's jumped out at us, it's been at us doing something.
Hey, Lucy.
Yeah.
Roll me a range roll. Continue.
I've noticed that these things are more like booby traps than predators.
Right.
Well,
Well, it starts going a very, very slow, like, kind of approach to underneath where it's kind of landed, just to get a closer look at it.
As it's perched there, its wings sort of softly glistening and letting off an ambient blue light, not reflected from anywhere else, just sort of emanating from it. Reflects around in all the ice crystals in the room, giving this room an almost dappled look to the texture of everything.
There is something that I've been wondering. If these butterflies are frostbitten, they are truly frostbitten, then they should have some sort of reaction to a change in frequencies, like what we absolved with House of Dreams.
that's something else. I don't think these are frostbitten. You know that they were
I
manufactured.
wasn't saying that I thought they were frostbitten. I was saying that if they are truly frostbitten, then they would have that sort of reaction. But I see where the misunderstanding is.
Ah, I see. Okay.
If we wanted to test that, this would be a good opportunity.
How would we do that? Curious.
Well, I do have this.
Bliss holds up his radio.
If they react to
know what
radio
you could do.
signals, now's the time to test.
I said that one of my main goals for this excursion was opening up a line of communication. If we allow that butterfly to go into one of our communicators and then try to open a line to it, talk to it directly, that might just be how we go about things.
If we're going to be doing something like that, I suggest it be more at a distance than something handheld. I would rather that not be within touching range of Bliss at all times.
Could
or
we
anyone.
construct a small, like, radio pylon underneath it, try and lure it in?
That's what I was thinking. We could get something from the surroundings down here. There's plenty of things to be salvaged. Create a small conductive antenna. And then voila.
Larry got it to land on his hand earlier. They seem to be perceptive to stand somehow. Is there a way we could lure it in like that? Yes, Uncle.
I just don't want to be the one up there in front for the idea.
Understandable. I wasn't suggesting you. I was suggesting myself.
Are you fucking insane?
Just a little, I suppose.
You saw what happened to a soldier before. I barely got in there to get him out.
Call it a curiosity, Uncle. I have faith in my own ability that, should something go wrong, I can stop it in time.
Okay,
I understand that you consider Encore, but Num has stopped things that move quite quicker than these butterflies have.
I'm going to invoke something I've never invoked before. I am 3 seconds older than you. I am the older brother.
Oh, actually, call Uncle, please. Think about it.
No. Nope.
For once, the rules flip-flopped, and you see Encore, like, putting his foot down and Num pleading with him, just like, think of what we could learn from it.
Think of what could happen to you.
Right. I just...
We have to make it back to Iris. We made that promise.
I know.
And if you were something to happen to you, me and Lucy, we'd be one short of 3.
Nothing's going to happen to me, Uncle. I'm sorry for suggesting such a thing. Truly I am. It's just... She just kind of like places a hand on his shoulder. Look at it. It does not give off the energy of something harmful. I have this gut feeling, this almost a tension towards it, like it's almost calling out to me.
To you?
To us. It feels... I have a feeling we've misunderstood it.
Same way as you do not blame the snake for being venomous. You do not blame a mistreated dog for biting. Same way that we should not blame this butterfly for being something dangerous that we do not understand.
Elisar, and I'm sorry to say that I'm on Encore's side here. You've seen what that thing can do. And even without malicious intent, it still looked like it ripped Soldier from it. If you two weren't here, I don't know what I would do. I don't want to be unbitten.
Nor do I want you
anything
to
happen
be
to you.
unbitten, Lucifer. Believe me, my utmost priority is ultimately that, to keep us safe. I merely want to suppose the idea that maybe very much like the good doctor before, there is a shred of hope with this entity before us. If you do not wish me to risk myself, then I will not do it. I just merely want you to consider the possibility. And that is good enough for me.
Very well.
I'm sorry I unnerved both of you. I truly am. It was... She kind of looks down and just, gets a softer expression. Foolish of me.
Hey. Hands cat to pussy. Hey. Comes in for a hug.
Hugs back.
There is nothing foolish about it. I believe, solemnly, that if we are to make it out of here, we have to be willing to put ourselves on the line. I also get where you're coming from, though, Lucifer.
Elisar, I don't mean to intentionally be rude here when I say this.
I will. You guys are being fucking stupid.
Larry, shut the fuck up and get in here.
Corporal, have you managed to salvage anything while you're back there? I believe I saw some spare things laying around in the rubble.
No, just fucking kill it. It doesn't matter what its intentions or all that bullshit you've been fucking philosophizing, arguing about. It's an
given
enemy.
us something
Kill it.
to do. It's given us something to do while we're waiting for Team Tunnel Rat to arrive, Corporal. If we do not ask
Encore,
these
give me my
questions,
shotgun.
if we do not ask
Stop.
these questions now, there will be no opportunity for us to do so in the future. If we make a misstep here, if we make the wrong decision, there will be no chance for us to ask these questions and discover these answers.
Some answers don't need to come. Some questions don't need to be answered. Sometimes you just need to take out the enemy.
And you know that's the enemy? Right there? You're 100% certain. No doubt.
Honestly? No. But honestly, I'm a soldier. I don't need 100% certainty. Give me my shotgun.
Very well, Corporal. After all, we would not want this perhaps potentially dangerous creature to be here when Team Tunnel Rat arrives.
Encore tosses you your shotgun.
I'm just going to move the way, right over here.
Anyway, yeah, I'm shoot it.
You take the shotgun and just blast it to smithereens.
I mean, seriously. Its ability obviously activates on contact, so why are any of you guys fucking talking about touching the damn thing, or even getting close to touching the damn thing?
We're not close to it, are we? We weren't going to touch it.
Is that a monologue?
You were talking about it, I can hear. Yeah, that is a monologue.
I'm so scared for the answers.
You're incorrect. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Do you see now, Corporal? We're not even
I see
close.
that the threat is out of the way.
Right, but we're not even close to being able to know. We still don't know anything about
You're a
this.
scientist. Your job is to study and learn. I'm a soldier. My job here is to eliminate threats.
You're doing great at
That was
that.
a
I'm
threat.
not
It's
saying you're doing
eliminated.
bad. But we should stop fighting each other like these two sides of the fucking organization are supposed to be opposed. Science and combat can live in harmony here. You should let us do our damn job, Larry. If we think something's gonna give us ideas, if we think this can solve it, you shouldn't just come in and blast the damn evidence away.
I can't protect a corpse, Bliss.
Well, you sure are doing that anyway, aren't you? Look, a lot of good it's gonna do me.
We should continue moving. I believe Team Tunnel Wrap should be arriving soon. We want to make sure that they don't run into any more trouble.
Right,
I agree.
sure.
I'll keep this end of the tunnel open.
Very well.
I'm that much helpful in combat when I only have fucking one hand. At least not that much help in fucking exploration.
I shall do as I have done before. I shall scout on ahead.
Your scouter's gonna light up at this point, and you're gonna hear a voice go,
Oh,
Alright, you guys okay? I think I just heard a shotgun blast. Everything alright down there?
just taking care of the aforementioned butterfly.
Right. We're about maybe like 20 meters off. Should be coming close now.
I'll check to see if I can see your flashlights or not. Alistar's gonna peek around the ice. Can I see them?
Yeah, it's a very long, very straight tunnel, so you would be able to see the flashlights approaching in the distance.
Oh, I believe I see you right now. Here, can you see this? He's gonna shine a flashlight down the tunnel.
Loud and clear, Elisa.
Ah, wonderful. You've arrived just in time.
How precisely did you make it through the collapse, I'm wondering?
That's the strangest part about it, Val. The collapse itself wasn't even all of that severe. Sure, there's lots of rubble, but
That can't
they're
be
actually
right.
able to step right past the ice wall. Almost like some of this has already been cleared out.
The entire surrounding tunnel collapsed on you. You shouldn't be able to get through. It would be like a solid chunk of ice for half a mile.
Someone's been busy down here, Val. That's all I've been able to gather.
Or someone's been mining it.
Makes our job easier, I guess. Right.
Also, when you're out there, have you seen any sign of that other shuttle car?
Actually, since I know where that is, Murphy would shine his flashlight forward, and Murphy would just go,
That it?
because it's
I see, like,
in
its
between
silhouette.
you and them.
I'm seeing some sort of large object between me and you. Hopefully that is the shuttle car and not some lumbering creature.
One certified shuttle loop cart. Wheels are all banged up. Okay, well, we have something. Hey, I'm gonna make my way down.
So it's just kind of
You two have
look
fun.
back. By the looks of things, we're also going to have to reinstall some of the rails.
Run.
They appear to be absent through this stretch.
Dunk, run. Oi! How's it going, mates?
Ansela?
Alright.
It feels like it's been too long, Esla.
Really does.
We have been out on quite the journey.
Are you all held in together in one piece? Oh, good gods, what happened to you? You look like you were tossed all over the place, Deciphering.
Well, he still has both of his arms, thankfully. Our corporal is without. Well, he has one.
I've been banged up a little bit, but thankfully not dead.
Yeah, you mind if I help with that real quick? Hey. I mean, you can say no, but I got some bandages I picked up on the way. You want one? You got like a big gash there.
I think I'll take you up on that.
Here you go, mate. He's gonna hand you a normal bandage.
Very good, thank you. Maybe I'll ask Larry and see if I can get something a little bit oomph from this.
Yeah, I'm just worried about I don't know. If I can, all that talk earlier about bacteria, I want you getting infected or any rubbish like that.
In which case I should probably talk to him post-haste about that.
What in the world, though? I don't quite get this. Yeah, so last time I was down here, right, this entire section was under. Like, snow and ice and rock and stone, all of it. Everywhere.
Yes.
So that means that this is where people like Bolt fell?
Yeah, that's what that would mean.
But they had to get all of you out of there somehow.
I want to say that there is a moment where no words are spoken, but these two give each other like a quick hug.
Do you see this here?
Yeah,
It appears like there's some reconstruction.
like parts are being Wait a moment, hold on. I could have sworn. He's gonna like poke his head around this corner. Yeah, that's right. Huh. No, that's wrong, actually. It's all bloody wrong.
Want me to go and take a look? We haven't actually been down that way yet.
Oh, yeah. He like quickly goes around the corner. Yeah, you first.
I'll be right back.
Love this.
Wait. Elstar's gonna go back, pop out of the fold.
What
What do you mean it looks all wrong?
Well, that over there is, there shouldn't be anything there, mate. Like, what's that?
Oh, you mean like it's an entirely constructed
Well,
thing
yeah.
over there that shouldn't be there?
This was like a straight shot. It goes up, and then a Laguna takes a curve, and then the little thingy goes under. It's all really complicated, I swear, but I don't actually have the blueprints. I can't tell you where. But like, Elisar's going. Yeah, so Elisar, this catwalk is built into the ice.
Oh.
It's not collapsed on, it's built into the ice. That one down there is collapsed on.
Where does this go?
That, seems to be a dead end.
Built into the ice? Like there's a way to go through the ice?
No, there isn't. That's the weird thing.
But it stops being built right here.
Yes.
But can I see it like go actually into the ice? Like I can see it continue
now
past where
that-
I'm no longer able to go.
That is a wonderful question. Give me a brain roll. So what you're gonna see as you shine your light down is that there is no catwalk in there, but occasionally down this like direction there are little like spots kind of along the way, almost like weird. Almost looks like stars in the night sky.
Yep. Nope. It's the strangest thing. Elisar's gonna pop back out of the fold.
And then that's the part where like oh hey. Oh, wait, you weren't listening?
I don't know how to describe
I'm
it.
gonna have to describe that all over again, mate. Come on.
Allow me to go first.
Eh,
You'll be quite interested to hear
yeah,
this.
sure, go ahead. Right.
There's a scaffolding. Scaffolding that goes up around the ice, into the ice. It's built into all this huge formation. Only when I looked into the very ice itself and I saw it, these little motes of light, little pinpricks, almost like stars in the night sky. It was only then that I made the connection. This mile-long vacuole that has formed down here since, well, last thing you remember was this being all blocked up by ice.
Mm-hmm.
This must be where they carved out the giant.
That's what I was
Oh
thinking.
no.
Meaning that whatever that quarry to the south is completely unrelated to that. And who knows, they might be carving something even worse out of that. I do not want to get too far ahead of myself before we learn anything about what their operation is or what they're trying to achieve.
That's really bad. That's really,
I
really,
think we
really
may-
bad.
We may have to go pay that pit a visit.
Mm-hmm. He's like quickly nodding his head.
As far as clearing out the rest of the shuttle loop goes, I think we're able to maybe if we can look around, try to get some spare building materials around here. See if we can maybe reinstate some of those rails through this area. That'll give us a quick exit if we need it.
I can go make sure that everyone else is safe.
And there's another thing as well. The good doctor has gateways instated around this area. If we need those, in a case of emergency, we will have those. However, there is no guarantee that they will not just send us somewhere completely different.
Num's gonna hold a finger up. We don't even know if he would listen to our demands to open one. But I do.
They've practiced
concur.
retreat in the
I
past.
do concur. I believe it is a good backup. Just a dangerous one.
Getting the shuttle car back to Isotiller will also give us a quick way to get back.
This is true.
Do you guys want me to head with you up to the labs, or do you want me to go help Val and Merv? Because, like, I want to say I could answer your questions, but I don't even remember this part of the tunnel, so, like, I feel like I'd be kind of useless. No, like...
I'd rather us have all of our minds together, but I actually do think that it would be beneficial for you to be with the others.
A smaller team means that we'll have less of an issue staying concealed.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been here recently. I can show you guys around. Recently, as in back when it was all just snow and whatnot. But
You remember the ice labs?
yeah, vaguely. If I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure he's gonna step over here. Yeah, it's right here. I'm pretty sure the collapse happened. I got beamed on the head. Right there. And I crawled my way back up. And everything's very fuzzy from there. But it's like right there or like right here. It's somewhere around here.
And that is when, presumably, in this timeline, that is when you were turned.
Oh, I'd have to imagine. I can't imagine it was before then.
No, you would have definitely remembered that.
Oh, do you think my marker's down here?
It could be.
Do you
Awesome.
sense it? Do you feel it?
I
within your
don't sense
bones?
it, mate, but like, I had it and then I didn't, and I woke up back without it, so, like, logically speaking, it's somewhere between here and wherever the birth of the giant, like, happened.
Oh no, I wonder if the giant had it.
If the giant had it, then it's, like, stuck in the...
It's somewhere between Lake Una and the mountains.
we can go combing for it, I suppose. I hate that.
I'll be on the comms with y'all. Please, like, you know, relay and all that, and, yeah.
We'll keep you up to date to the best of our abilities.
Show
in
me anything
mind
you
that-
find, and, sorry, just, like, in case I recognize it, you know?
Of course.
Naturally, we'll have the scouters for pictures and whatnot.
Keep in mind that we will be dipping in and out of the fold as circumstances demand it.
I'll, rely on Mills to panic. If I can't hear you guys for a little bit, you know?
Very well. Good luck getting everything cleared.
I'm not, like, specifically really good at panicking.
And then Bliss goes,
Yeah, I mean, just, you would know when they're not there, you know? I mean, you were good at panicking.
Anyway, Ansel's gonna crawl through and just like, hey, nice. That's not how physics works. What the fuck did you... Doctor, did you do something to this wall?
Pay no mind to that.
I'll just ignore the swirls. Alright.
Once you've traveled with me for long enough, you'll grow accustomed to it, I'm sure.
I really doubt that.
No, it's kind of like getting your sea legs. Have you ever been out on a ship?
Ansel goes a little green.
Right. You're going to have some issues. But, I make sure that we don't go too deep. Because the deeper we go, the more wibbly-wobbly, wicky-wacky everything's going to get.
Oh, those are words I can understand. Alright. God, I love this group so much.
It's so good.
Oh my god.
Alright, so are we gonna try to sneak in, see what we can do with Oblivious and sneak out? We going in diplomatically, or are we just gonna go shoot him?
We survey the situation before we make any big decisions. If we get stopped, we establish ourselves as a neutral party looking for negotiations.
Any chance,
If we have to defend ourselves, we shall do so, but do not go out looking for a fight.
Any chance, Doc, you could do that wonderful little like 25th hour thing? Or was there any trouble? I think you could do.
I'm afraid not. I am much too tired after using it the last time, and I do not believe,
Right.
As another day ticked over, what time is it? I've lost a few hours. Or a few hour. I've lost 1 hour. So I do not know where I am. Or when it
that's
is.
important. Blizzard just
Move the
slams
car.
into you as the door opens.
It's probably been blown a little bit by the wind.
I give the car a once over.
Okay, my brains. I'm so glad that I can say this finally. Must have just been the wind.
God damn it, Tali.
Yeah, it must have been the wind, just like.
Alright. If we want quick, easy access up to the ice slabs, he points to the mountain behind you. And there's a little walkway that'll bring us up there. Or we could walk around. That sort of place. He points at the, path. Leads down to where we did actual extractions of the things. A little bit of a field research sort of setup out on a big flat floor of ice. Set up quite literally at the geographic South Pole. So, pick your poison, really. Doesn't matter which way we go to me.
Well, the South Pole currently is a pit, isn't it, Elisar?
Yes, and speaking personally, I would rather stay at the base of this mountain here, try to get out of this terrible, terrible wind.
That's really nasty.
I am frozen to my bone out here, and I'm afraid that I will not be able to make it through another trek up a mountain.
This way then, mates. It shouldn't take too long. Just watch your step.
Oh, that's.
As you see the staircase wrought into the wall, very clearly Val's handiwork, winds up and around the base of this mountain, sort of weaving back and forth, and you do vaguely see at the top of the mountain the glow of, lights peeking out.
Elisar is going to go over to communicators to talk to the rest of them down the tunnels. Alright, we've picked our path. We're going to be choosing the stairs up the mountain towards the Ice Core labs. From this point forward, we're going to be going to the fold, so I suppose wish us luck.
Copy that. We've got the, cart up and out. Val and I are gonna try and put it back together. Make sure the rail's safe all the way back. And, Murphy's doing something. I don't know what he's doing. Murph, don't touch that! That could collapse!
God damn it, Murphy.
Probably lights off. So I'm going to put my flashlight away.
It's building.
Once you are all up the stairs, please just step up this last step and I'll take you off to the fold. I'll create an opening and we can all just move through. And everyone else, once they reach the top of the stairs, I'm going to tuck us into the fold so it can be nice and sneaky.
Alright.
And if it's too disorienting, Anselor, just try to focus on your feet.
I got it.
I'll
One
maintain-
foot in front of the other.
Right.
There we go.
I'll stay vigilant, so do not worry.
And so it feels like the on the back.
Hey there, friend. What's your name?
That was, that was which one was
That one's
one?
Muffin.
Glad you remember, because I don't.
Yep, Marble Sprinkles Muffin Slug.
Love Slug.
Yeah, it's great.
I have slug.
Which
I have slug.
one's
Love Slug.
Ice Core?
This big building right in front of us. Down there is where we keep all the field research tools. Climbing equipment. Yeah, store the buggies for storms like this one. You know.
Worst comes to worst, should we try to steal the buggy as we make our escape? If there is one in there?
If there is one down here, yeah, definitely.
It'd be good to keep in mind, yes.
How's that for
What
quiet
are they gonna do?
sabotage?
Use it?
I mean, they don't seem like they need to use it. Half of them fucking
Imagine a
teleport.
frostbitten using a but actually I don't want to imagine that.
We don't know exactly what they do out here.
That sounds fun.
For all we know, the frostbitten are holding drag races.
That's probably a lot cooler than what's actually going on, Seiko, but
I bet you the good doctor drives like an old man.
More than likely.
the bird glares at you.
I bet he drives like Bliss. Anyway.
What, you got something to say?
Bird shakes its head. Alright, let me get this for you. There, we can see if there's a buggy in. He presses a button and the garage door just up and open. Snow billowing in through the open door.
Doesn't look like it, though that looks like an old generator in back here.
I'm guessing all the stuff is on.
Yeah, generator's on, working perfectly fine.
Everything in here is in perfect condition.
Gas over there. Probably should grab that for fueling our buggy.
Please.
Probably here for the generators, but I'll pick it up.
Also required gasoline. Well, I say, it's not as good to be back as I thought it would be. I've come home away from home down here. Humdrum day after day. Spent looking into microscopes with Camellia. Yeah, actually, the last thing I remember is those two kids from college came on down here on a little tour. It was fun showing them around.
Things feel remarkably empty around here, don't they?
Yes, I was just about to note that. Wouldn't you think the base of all operation for the frostbitten would be crawling with them?
Ancelor, I have a question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
From all your time spent working here, do you remember exactly where Oblivious was being kept?
As the Labyrinth's time, let's see if we can remember.
I understand that Oblivious was rather, well, rudimentary when compared to Millennium,
Yeah, she was,
but I'd imagine there is still some sort of housing.
There is. I remember it should be. Right, you go in and you go straight back to it.
So a room, you're saying, in the main building.
Yeah, off to the side. My bro and I would fiddle on basically everything over there. We had a little bit of a radio relay set up between the two bases so we could communicate. If I remember correctly, I set up a radio room back there too.
Then, if we are to stay concealed, we should not enter that building.
What do you mean? What?
Shouldn't and aren't are two very different things.
If Oblivious is at all to be compared to capabilities of Millennium, then the second that we step inside that base, our presence would be immediately known.
I don't know, you were able to move around almost undetected in Millie's. Back in
Keyword, almost. There will
That's
still
because
be...
you kept popping out to have conversations, dumbass.
I got an idea. I doubt you're gonna like it. What if I just walked in, pretending that status quo? Just be like,
Right.
here for my
Right,
routine
because-
checkup, Oblivious, where are you, bloke? And that sort of thing.
Because that's the same way that Man as Hell gained entry to our base. By having Millie mistakenly recognize them as somebody else. If you were to try to do the same thing, who knows? It might just work.
You're not saying no to my idea. This is weird.
It's a good idea. I didn't even think about that until you brought it up.
Concur, I think it's a good idea too, Mr. King.
I mean, yeah, of course it's a good idea. I came up with it myself.
How do I step out of seasick land?
Oh, I can help you with that. Here.
Should I like? He comes over to here, trying to like step out of here and just be like, back in me old home.
Yeah. It's a good way that I could give you directions from within the fold.
Gnome and Encore have done it before when we were fighting the big gyroscopic thing. You could have one pop into the fold and then pop out.
I know. Ancelor. While you are outside of the fold, I should still be able to communicate with your stand while in the fold.
Okay, so he holds out the marker.
Yes, take out the marker, and you also have a manifestation that goes alongside the marker, correct?
You will see as Oz appears
fellow.
holding the marker.
Big fellow. There we are. All right, give them your communicator.
Okay, here you go, big. It's gonna have to. He like clicks it a few times to get it around Oz's head. There you go. You have a giant moth with a communicator. It gives a thumbs up.
Well, there we are. Are you able to hear through them?
Vaguely. It's a little staticky, but it works.
Well, we'll be able to hear you while we remain in the fold. And you'll be able to barely hear us, but you'll still be able to hear us, so we can shout warnings at you or something if something goes wrong.
Yeah, little communication is better than nothing. All right.
Right.
I'm done with that.
I shall be sending you out of the fold now.
All right. Don't go anywhere, guys. You know.
Don't worry. With your performance so far, with this brilliant idea, I'm sure you'll do just fine.
Yeah. Okay. You're watching, right?
Ancelor, immediately very anxious, just takes a step forward.
Okay. Just act normal. Lancelot King. Stay over your routine. Look around. Yeah. What's my alibi?
Alright, Ansel, you're a researcher. Remember that.
He's gonna just keep walking and just like...
I'll figure it out if it matters. Muffin, you got an idea? I don't know, I expected something from you.
Elisar is going to go over on comms and be like, Ancelor.
Hey, how about...
Come in.
Yes? Hello?
You were part of communications, correct?
He's leaning his head up to Oz's face.
Part of? Not really. That's really my bro's whole thing. I kind of just helped with the wiring. I'm better with the electrical stuff myself.
Right. Try to see if you can ask any questions about the relay tower up on top of Mount Evans.
Right. I'll do my best about that.
Also, blue glows. Stay away from those.
Yeah.
He looks up. He gulps.
And machinery.
Right.
And speakers. And cameras.
Gently knocks on the door.
Hello? It's Ancelor. Am I interrupting anything? Can I come in?
Is this what you had to do back when you worked at the Ice Labs, Ancelor?
No. I just thought
go
it was...
in.
Oh. Right.
He reaches his
like
hand
you
up.
Like you own the place, Ansel.
Where's your confidence, man?
Door's locked.
Shoot.
And as you walk up, Elisar, you will see just a little, as something kind of flies through the wall, up and around Ancelor's hand, kind of flying around, circling him, coming down closer, and he just like steps back like, hello,
Well, whoever you
are.
Hello.
Hi, mad as hell.
The eye sort of like flicks around him, looks down at him, looks around at the empty area. And Ancelor's just like,
Yeah, I'm just coming in, right? Oh.
This
the
is
door
the
opens.
stupidest. This is the stupidest fucking thing ever, and I'm glad I pulled out that BS RP of like, oh, if we go in, we're going to be immediately detected. Ancelor, you go in alone.
up as it zips on back inside, and he just looks back like, okay. Steps in. Oh. You find yourself inside a very dark, dimly lit building. Here.
Listen up, okay? You hear me out there? You listen up.
Ooh.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad.
In the distance, you hear just the
Everybody's out of work. Or
softest
scared, losing the job.
echoing.
The music jump scared me. I was like, what the fuck?
For a second there, I'm like, is this fucking Bliss or Ancillor just talking on the radio?
Oh, he's doing the fucking speech.
Wait, is...
Yes, it is.
It is.
You're gonna see that the light just zips off through this door. Ancillor's looking around, just like, yeah, I knew that was a good idea. Yeah, that worked. Wait, where'd you go? Hello? Guys! Hello?
We're right behind. Ancillor, we're right behind you.
What do I do?
Oh, we've got to look around here for something, right? I see that door ahead of you.
Yeah. Weird. Uncanny almost.
Be too obvious. You're probably getting watched by cameras, though.
Is that also a door right there?
It's like a weird indent in the wall. It's just a wall, though, but it looks weird.
Does anything seem different to you right off the bat, Ancillor?
Like it's colder or something. The heat is definitely not on. Let me just go see.
As he's gonna just kind of walk up to this automatic door, press his hand against it, and push it open, and there's a blast of sort of cold air that washes out through everyone.
What the fuck?
That.
Oh my god, we were joking earlier.
Oh no. Alright. As for the rest of you, try to steer clear of that eye.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd come in and I'd, take another ice core back to base, as I do.
The light flicks on over. Oh god. Winks there, just kind of in the middle of the room.
Seiko, get back!
And it... shut the door. Olan just like circles around him again, kind of winking, twinkling bright. And you'll all notice as the sort of sounds you're hearing get a lot louder.
Because no one's as mad as us. Build your fury.
And
Build
you
your
will then
future.
see
Build yourself.
as it flits on back down
And don't forget who you are.
this way.
You're a human.
Alright, everybody,
Damn it.
into the next room, now.
And you deserve
Okay.
all of what it means.
Well, I guys, I noticed something that wasn't where are all of you? He's looking around. Please come out of something. I'm
We're
worried.
right beside you, Ancillor.
Oh, thank goodness.
Don't worry. You can close the door whenever you feel like it.
He looks behind him. It automatically closes. He jumps at it.
Okay. This is where we store the ice cores.
And then he's slowly turning back around. You get the light that's just kind of glowing at the end of the hallway.
Is that? You said that where you had stored Oblivious's mainframe. That was directly across from the entrance down the hall.
That's... yeah. That would be where it normally... I don't know about this, guys.
I don't know about this either, Ancillor. Maybe we just check around this room for a little bit, inspect that, and then leave.
I make a bet. Is this also another weird indent in the wall here?
Yes.
That looks like a weird illusion generator thing. Betting this wall is too.
If it's all illusions, then that means
Oblivious, definitely functional. I mean, we had no reason to believe it wasn't, but still, I'm just gonna fucking... I'm gonna try to walk through this wall, assuming it's an illusion.
Okay.
Why is it that the most terrifying thing that I've seen in this game yet is an open field of green grass and blue sky?
I know, right?
I know, right?
It's beckoning you.
Oh,
Don't go into light, Elisar.
so glad that we've gotten to this moment. I've been so excited for this. Okay. Can you just roll me a brains roll, Larry?
Okay, it's gonna be bad. Wee! I actually rolled well.
Okay, you walk forward and you donk your head right on a fucking door.
Okay, there's a wall. It's just hiding the doorway. I'm gonna try to open the door.
And the door's locked.
Be careful, Corporal. Here, allow me to take you through. In the meantime, Ancillor, you remember anything about what the room that Oblivious was being stored in looks like. Try to just close your eyes, picture that in your mind.
Right.
And then open your eyes again and see if the field is still there.
Lucy and
Hi.
Seiko,
Yeah.
you catch out of the corner of your eye. Down at the end of the hall, you see two silhouettes standing there perfectly still.
As mad as us. Build your fury.
Statue versions of
Build your future.
the dog and the bird? Without the red
Seems
in
like
it?
it.
You are.
They don't have the
Seems
red
like it.
inside of them, yeah.
No.
God damn it. And you
Or maybe it's just a different color?
what it
No, the bird definitely had a red, like, blob inside.
Yeah, and there's
No,
no
it's-
undertone with the...
There's
It's
no
blue
undertone
this
like
time.
belly red for the dog here.
Yeah, it's blue.
It's just blue. It's just ice. There's no body.
There's no flesh. Oh fuck, it's blue.
And the light comes back in, kind of winking along through all of this. Over here, kind of gently comes behind Ancillor and starts to like cement itself in his back, almost like it's pushing him. It's just like, right, hey, hold on. Can you wait just a moment? I've got to take a real close look at this. Guys.
Keep cool, Ancillor.
Just play along for now.
to keep my cool. This is weird. The staticky forms come up right to the edge. The bird lands down on the head of the dog. And they're not looking at Ancillor. Looking at you, Lucy.
Oh. Good morning.
I'll open this door one-handed. It's difficult enough. Why did it have to be locked?
Can you hold off for a second, Corporal?
Larry, I think you've probably alerted them.
The light's then going to zip on past, back through the door, and the two forms here just sort of turn and walk back in.
Great. Well,
What's the impression you're getting, Lucifer?
the impression was that it wasn't immediately hostile. They just calmly walked away.
I'm livid. And if you're not livid,
I think we should press forward. If we're gonna have a chance at communication,
you hear that? You're crazy.
now's the time.
Very well.
But there's still some
You want me to go alone into there?
No.
I think the jig may be up.
Elisar, they can see into the fifth.
I
They
got that
spotted
impression as well.
me, which means nobody is actually truly hidden. Let's wait until we pass by the door first.
Yes, let's.
We'll just strike back. Because
They can see us, and they know that we know that.
as us.
God, hearing Bliss on the radio
Build your
so
fury.
jarring.
Build your future.
You've done a great job.
Yourself.
Hey, Tali, can I glance at these papers right here?
Forget who you are.
Yes. The friend roll.
Get those notes.
I'm gonna look through those. What do we got here?
Well, the top paper is a document you are intimately familiar with. It is the schematics for interlinking a radio system in between the two bases, the South Pole base and Isotiller.
Oh, okay.
I think we've figured it.
Psycho smiles a little bit. That's something familiar. How about the next page?
Everybody's out of work.
It shows an underground relay system, cables running back and forth, so that the small little tunnel access places could also have access, basically interlinking the entire system.
So these are all just solid as radio system schematics.
Most of them are, yes.
I am going to fold these up and stuff them in my pocket.
Right?
These might be useful later.
I am on the verge of brain blasting something major. But I need time to cook. One last thing before we continue any further. Anselor, could you take the communicator device back from your stand and radio back the Bliss down in the tunnels? Update them on what's going on and what we're doing.
Hey, Bliss, mate. A little bit of an update. We've been let into the ice labs, and we're following a red light into a sort of grassy green field. Whoever's here can see us. They summoned some sort of staticky blue versions of the Frostbitten, but they don't seem to be attacking us. So, we're gonna walk forward on good graces. If you don't hear from us for a little bit, come check out and make sure we're not dead, I don't know. Or run. Probably run.
Okay, Tali, it's sketching me out. Are the tiles here off kilter?
Looking at them is hard. It's like, you ever see two overlapping textures in a video game? Where one's just kind of flickering out to the top and one's flickering out to the bottom?
Bro, fix
Like
your
that.
Z-fighting already.
It's very much like that.
Oh,
Also,
that
the
bothers
staircase
me
is
so much.
bisected and is not properly lined up with itself.
Okay, so that is intentional. All right.
Very.
It's bothering me. It bothers me. It
Good.
bothers me so
It's
much.
supposed to bother you.
It's the illusions.
It needs to be symmetrical, but it's not symmetrical.
Okay. Stay safe, bro. And keep your head on your shoulders.
Yeah, you know me. Got great shoulders. I think.
Right, they know.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Towards progress.
All right, everyone out. I'm gonna make sure that I'm the last one out. No one gets left behind in here. That'd be terrible.
As soon as you step out, Seiko, the light flicks over your head and off into the distance.
As us.
If you all disappear into some sort of alternate reality that there is no return from, I'll try my best to use the fold to get you all back out.
And don't forget,
That's
Okay.
reassuring. Thank you, Doctor.
you're a human being.
Um,
goddammit.
No offense, but where did Seiko go?
Deserve.
I believe she's once again run off into the.
She didn't even bother to get out of the fold before she wandered in there, did she? God damn her.
I don't think it really matters at this point. This is beyond what our understandings of spatial reality can really tell us.
Everything that you do is beyond my spatial understanding of reality.
I'll bend down and touch the grass. Feel it.
You do not have a spatial
Soft.
understanding, Larry.
Gentle breeze flowing through the air is warm. It's nice.
Chill on zipper, Parka.
There's a soft breeze blowing through the air.
Unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells
You
us
said it
today
zoomed off in
we
this
have
direction?
15 homicides and
Yep.
63 violent crimes, as if that's the
I'm
way it's
gonna
supposed
start
to
walking
be.
in that direction.
Almost
Well, it's been nice knowing her.
bad. They're crazy.
I mean, seriously, if she's in the fold and all of us are out, no one could fucking help her, or even know she needs help.
Please, at least
Let's just get going.
Let me have my
You first.
Yeah,
Again,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
here just for contingency's sake.
I'm going in. I don't want to be left behind there or whatever.
Come on.
How's the phone working again? Can I just drop out of it at any moment?
I have to. I
No.
can do that for you.
Shit.
Just don't wander out too far, or you might get lost in there forever.
As you run away from the entire group.
So, Amy,
on,
we're gonna follow you
Ansel.
for a second.
Yeah.
Floor out.
Yeah.
As you continue going off in this direction, you find yourself in the midst of a bright, grassy field.
Well, what the fuck? Okay.
This is big.
This is interesting.
Wide open, sprawling plains in all distances. At the edge of your vision, a soft mist. In the sky hang gently quilted and softly moving cumulus clouds. In the distance, the vague horizons of what looks like a mountain range, soft and rounded and very, again, quilted. As you get over this direction, you would see the light just kind of pacing, coasting up about 30 feet off the ground in a straight direction off this way. And it stops right about here.
I will continue to follow it. Because why not? I'm already being stupid here. She be looking around with a face of wonder, though. Like, wow.
Everyone else, as you're walking in this direction, you do see the light in the distance, kind of hovering up above the ground, and everyone else, you also experience that same sensation. The nice warm breeze, the smell of summer. Trees. Full oak trees, just as they bristle with the soft breeze going through them.
I am keeping my parka on, thank you very much.
Oh, this place is so cool.
It's very strange.
Man, if I wasn't in mortal danger at all times, I'd go frolic. This is a great place for exercise. How is this place so big in here anyway?
This is bizarre.
Yeah, I was
Space
going to
is
say.
large.
It's pretty big.
Nobody occupying it.
Whoa, it's like it's smaller on the outside.
Oh, Lord.
Visions.
After a moment, the light will flick off, zooming through the air up and to the right.
And we'll continue to follow.
I believe we should not let it get too far ahead of us.
I hope she's over there with the scrying eye thing.
I'll go back to the
Her,
phone
it's a 50-50 whether she's with that or currently like falling in a pit of lava.
She could be bleeding out right next to us, probably.
Oh, this place doesn't look like that bad. I just doubt there's a pit of lava or anything like that. Right?
Fuck did Elisar go?
Num's gonna wrap her arm around Lucy at the mention of
I
that.
guess Elisar's gonna go check for her, I guess. Because he just popped into the fold, I think.
And
Or
we're just
someone
gonna
killed
go
him.
Remove Seiko from the fold when I get close enough.
In the distance, you do see Seiko wandering off. Seiko, suddenly you're not in the fold anymore. Things look a little more normal.
We can't be losing track of each other in here. Come on now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you need to really stop popping in and out like that. Come on, Ancelor.
I'm just. Look at these. They're like my favorite flowers.
He, picks one up.
Look, it's beautiful.
Ancillor, that could be like a severed limb for all you know in the real world.
Better get the
what?
pipe.
Come on.
He smiles. A what, mate? What did you say?
Oh no, you're getting left behind.
Throws the flower behind his head.
It is best that you do not. Okay, I hate to be that guy, but it is best that you do not touch anything and do not breathe in any strange pollens in the air. Do not put things in your mouth. You do not understand what they are. Yada yada.
Don't act like a 5-year-old. We got it.
I feel targeted.
Do not eat grass. You are not a grazing farm animal.
You know me.
You say that as Rolling Gold trying to
He
find a
does
piece of
have
grass.
horns. He could be a cow.
You could be right, Corporal.
Seiko, why did you wander off?
I thought you were right behind me, to be perfectly honest.
Oh my god, okay, sure.
Anyway, light went this way.
So, as you continue to walk in this direction, a vision comes to you. Something in the distance, a form, a silhouette, if you will, in the woods that you've been walking through. These forested, flowery woods. There is the distinctive outline of a castle in the distance.
What?
Huh?
Elisar is going to go back on comms.
Huh?
Hello, Team Tunnel Rats. Bliss, Val, Murphy. Do any of you copy?
Silence.
I'm not getting any answers. It appears that we have indeed entered some sort of extra-spatial realm.
Right.
Now, if you are smart, like I am, you turn back and make sure the exit is still there. You did double check that there was an exit behind you, right?
I mean, I saw one. It should just still be back there, right? Right?
I'm going back. And if there's no exit there...
Hold on, mate, wait a moment, wait a moment, mate. That slip starts running ahead of you.
No. Not like this.
This can't actually be happening, mate.
Wait. Did we come...
Remember what he said about not splitting up? Yeah, good times.
You guys
We're
run.
just going back to that. Did we come back this way, or did
Not
we
that
come
way,
here?
that way, this way. Over here.
You check that direction, I'll check this one. Wait,
Got it.
We shouldn't be doing that.
Wait, what? But why? Split
I'm
up.
coming with you.
Ah!
Don't
Yeah,
just
they're
stop
gonna get
like
eaten
that. I'm
by
gonna run into
spiders.
you.
You
Yeah,
guys
they're
run.
gonna get eaten by giant ice spiders or something like
Give
that.
me a
Come on.
brains roll for investigation, Elisar.
Sure.
No matter how hard you look, you don't find any exit.
Ancelor. Where's the door?
Ansler at this point has just sat down in the grass. He's got a flower in his hands. He's twirling it. He plucks a petal off.
There is a door.
He plucks another petal off.
There is no door.
He plucks a petal off. There is a door.
There is a door within your mind, and I do not wish to know where it leads.
I like the idea the petals keep respawning as he's twirling it.
There is no door. There is no door. Elisar, he crawls over. There is no door.
I wonder what they're doing over there, Larry. I think Ancelor's looks like he's given up on something. Are you two done frolicking?
We weren't doing... Look,
You've been running around in circles for the last 15 minutes. Come on.
Like literal circles.
Like they weren't even that wide of circles. You were like 15 feet diameter max.
That's not true at all, but I love the visual.
I have a headache. I'm a little off kilter. I'm a little off balance. I keep running around in circles.
I hate to break it to you guys, but there's no door.
Yeah, I figured. Illusion bullshit leading us in circles. Come on.
And just like any other illusion, the sooner we understand it, the quicker we can get out of here.
It's, as has been stated multiple times, Oblivious was made after Millie. It's probably the same principle as Millie's illusion.
Aren't you fucking smart, Mr. Fancy Pants? What, you a computer programmer now? You fucking know how this works? I don't know how this works.
He kicks like some grass
No,
at a
but
rock.
I know people tend to reuse things because they're lazy.
I'll take offense to that, mate.
I don't know why you do. I'm insulting your brother.
Well, we don't know how it works, but by the looks of it, if you make a good case for yourself in the court of the king, maybe they will see fit to release us.
On a positive note, Ancelor, based on the stupid numerals going around the lake, my bet's the king's probably some incarnation of your brother.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare will that into existence. I don't want it, mate.
Because I think that light is probably mad as hell.
Yeah, so you continue, and you do see the light zooming off towards that fortress in the distance.
Oh god.
Stubbies!
I'm gonna get fucking turned into a marketable plushie.
Lucifer, help me! I'm being turned into a marketable plushie!
Oh my god.
Just as Tali's like, this looked like some sort of storybook. Look at the plushie!
Oh, wait a minute.
Mm,
That's actually a good thing. This does look like a storybook.
Yeah, I was trying to say that earlier, but everyone was talking, so I forgot to type it in.
You all hear just a sound belt out of a voice.
Hark! Who goes there?
You must be joking.
Up atop the parapets of the castle.
We have
I
this.
didn't catch that voice. Who was that?
No clue. I guess we better answer before they start, getting impatient.
Who fucking asked?
The manners on you.
You just hear, and there's like a little scrambling and some sound as the form pushes itself up onto the edge, and you can see very clearly a head looking over with a really giant comedic glass looking crown.
Hi.
Oh.
My god.
You're in the
my
presence
God.
of Lord Regent of Fort Puzzleplank.
They're
Oh my
adorable. I love them. They are adorable.
And they hold up one finger.
Now, as I said before, who goes there?
Yes, Lord Regent of Fort Puzzleplank. We are the science team, the science and negotiations division of Fort Isotiller.
yeah, right. Fort Isotiller. That sounds about... Mate, we need an aside for a second.
He's gonna come out and say where we're from, alright.
Come over here, come the fuck over here, come right over here right now.
I don't know what the issue is. We're here for negotiations, aren't we?
Well, yes, what I'm saying is that's the bloke. That's her.
Isn't it the second person? The second thing that came out from the fucking virus?
You know,
Like
I
it was
can
him.
see you down there doing your little circle and all of that. You're welcome
We're
to come
having
forward.
discussion.
Oh, we're just making sure that our knight over here minds his manners.
Oh,
Damn.
Sir King, I'm actually well acquainted. I see that you've come here in order to make sort of an announcement for the new reignition, the new crowning of Isotiller and its regency. Is that so?
Of course, Millie.
What has happened to
That's
this game?
not Millie. That's not Millie.
I think I've said many times over before, but I will repeat it if I must. Lord Regent Oblivious, King of Fort Puzzleplank.
That's Millie's. Play me.
And I am Seko, my liege.
It's good to make your acquaintance. Come hither. Let me gaze upon thine visage more.
I like it here.
Hey, Ancelor. I don't know how, but you and your brother have completely forgotten that you made a second kid.
She'll get right here, and then she'll bow low respectfully.
That's what I was saying. Was that he was a fucking... Yeah, that's her. But like, she's normally not. Whatever.
He throws his hands up.
You couldn't have told us that you made a second kid earlier.
I did tell you earlier. You just forgot.
Your fortress is
You
truly
told me you made a
magnificent.
second AI, not a second AI like Millie.
Our tweets have very clearly said that it was.
I love these two in the background. Oblivious is then just going to go,
Oh, yes, of course. I'm sure you've noticed my lovely architecture here. Why don't I get down and properly greet you? You two, Muppet, Vigil, if you could, lift the gates, please.
She motions to the left and the right, and you see two other other figures that were definitely not standing on the parapets earlier. Walk forward.
Oh, hello.
Oh my god, it's the fucking error code.
Hello. Oblivious didn't install Counter-Strike Source. So embarrassing. Or maybe we didn't install Counter-Strike Source. Maybe we're the embarrassing
what
ones.
you see is basically a glitching figure that really hurts to look at, and a flamingo with a hat. Pull on the crank, and the gate starts pulling up.
Thank you for your hospitality, my liege.
And to who do I owe this honor?
Lucifer Una of United, representative of Fort Isotilla, looks over at Elisar.
Elisar Sapinski, field researcher in the abnormal and paranormal.
Abnormal and paranormal. Now that's something I haven't heard of before. Are you some sort of emerging scientist in your field?
That would be me. Puts a finger up.
We are both scientists.
Scientists? At Isotilla? I didn't know they had a science division. Well, come in.
Thank you for your hospitality.
As the gate opens, there is someone abrasively in front of you. And I mean abrasively in front of you.
No. Oh fuck, it's Harold.
I'm sorry, what? Okay.
That's about that, Oblivious.
Stop.
Your Lord Regency.
Look.
We were actually recently contracted by United. We understand that there is a conflict in our midst.
Ah, the ongoing wars. I see. Well, again, as I said before, I am no such of a king if I were to discuss such matters from such a high-off land. Here, why don't I go put on a little bit of a cup of tea for you all?
Before you go, Oblivious, please.
Walks around the
One
corner.
last thing. In our presence, we have a... what do they call themselves? A representative from the Good Doctor, who wishes to speak on terms of diplomacy and negotiations, rather than of war.
Oblivious taps their finger to their chin.
Add them to the pile. All right.
Oh.
Of things that we're going to discuss.
Thank you for the clarification.
Here, let's make our way inside Elisar.
Yes,
Let me take the lead on this one.
I'm assuming you shall be leading us then?
As Oblivious walks, you will notice that she kicks up her left foot and her right foot perfectly straight, walking like one of those toy soldiers in animations. Also, Seiko, you see something really weird. There are more people in here. Particularly, more people sitting at this table, having dinner. Particularly a really familiar-looking plushie and a seal.
Oh, no. There he is.
It's John Lennon.
There he is.
He's back.
There he is.
Seiko, you feel your blood run cold.
You know that seal.
Motherfucking John Lemon.
Yeah, of course I did.
Oh no!
You want to see the goose plush?
you
Here you go.
Fucking Animal Crossing
I
villager
love
looking ass.
it.
They're having dinner.
I can only assume is the goose plushie moving?
Yes, it is. It's moving very much like, Harold, the large hippopotamus behind you, is also very plush adjacent and is walking around, looks like filled with stuffing, all squishy and squeezy.
Dude, it looks like someone peeled off all of Harold's features.
Goose? Is that you?
The goose plushie looks at you and smiles, and then it waves.
I can only assume you're one of her fragments. Hey, how you doing?
Seiko, roll bronze.
Oh fuck.
That's my wife.
You have a fork thrown directly at your face. It sticks into your forehead. John Lennon jumps up onto the table, poised and ready.
Hey, calm down. Just saying hi to my sister.
You take 2 damage. John Lennon protectively stands here. Stands.
I pulled a fork out of my head and I hand it back to John.
I think that seals can growl. It's gonna let out a little growl at you.
Sets it down, backs away. Talk to you later, sis.
Well, did you enjoy your excursion over there, Seiko?
I can only assume that's one of my sister's fragments. But...
Oh, Lucy, Seiko's not the only one that's getting menaced. Right up here. In this rocking chair, you occasionally hear it creak, as there seems to be a large, Western-adorned chimpanzee pointing a gun at you.
What?
Oh, thanks. Really? Why? Why?
Lucy, numb, encore.
All of me.
Lucy, numb, encore, and Marbles all just slowly raise their hands, like, not gonna do none.
Slowly puts the gun back down, doesn't stop staring at you, keeps rocking in the rocking chair.
You know that's surprisingly not the weirdest thing that's happened to me.
Don't mind Hank, he gets a little bit upset when you don't say howdy as you're greeting.
Oh.
Howdy, Hank.
Pardon me. Howdy does like a head nod.
Creak.
Don't worry,
Creak.
we're not going to walk on by without saying howdy.
Hank tips his hat to you.
It would seem, my king, you've already met my sister.
Your sister?
Yes, Goose.
Oh, her! Yes, I very much like how she looks. She's got a very particular design about... She's very nice.
That's fitting.
Your color coordination of this foyer is something truly to be complimented.
Oh, yes, of course. Why, thank you. I've done so much decorating around this place in order to make it, comfortable for all of you, yes.
Well, this is the entry hall. Is there nowhere else I can go to have perhaps a little bit more of a serious conversation?
Why can't we talk here?
Yeah, as good as anywhere.
Well, I believe for the matters that we have to discuss, we would much rather have privacy. Of course, only as much as you could afford to lend us, as I am assuming you're very uptight about security around here.
Oh, of course,
I'm gonna give Elsar a nudge. This would be perfectly fine. It concerns the whole court, after all. And she's gonna bend down and whisper in Elvitar's ear. Don't push our luck. Let me handle this. I'm good with kids.
Seiko, there is a chimpanzee menacing us with a gun.
Yes.
Wouldn't you rather talk somewhere else?
We don't have a choice in the matter, honestly. Just trust me, okay?
Harold is going to clomp on by you, picks up Oblivious with both arms, and hops here, sits down, and places Oblivious in his lap.
Encore puts little man down right here.
Little man notices that 3 other little men poke their heads out from underneath the table. They look at you. They look at you, Rolling Gold. They stare.
Rolling Gold, like...
One of them is going to try and mount Rolling Gold like a mighty horse.
Rolling Gold is going to look back at Seiko. Seiko's going to nod her head, and he's just going to... The little thing's just going to play along and or run around with the mouse on its back.
I suppose I'll take this seat then. That seems good.
I'll just stand, I believe. It's been a long trek to get here. I'm afraid my legs will go stiff if I sit too immediately.
Oh, of course, understandable. Excuse me, Sir Knight. Are you going to be joining us for supper?
Sir Larry, do come and join us.
Yeah, I'm coming.
So, what seems to be troubling all of you?
Why, it's the war, Lord.
War is horrible.
There has been many losses on both sides, and we seek an end.
A peaceful resolution, at last?
If one can be reached, yes.
Between the warring factions of Isotilla and Fort Puzzleplank, we can finally set aside our differences?
The ones at Fort Isotilla crave
About
it.
that, I believe there has been a grave misunderstanding, Your Regency. I fear that Fort Isotilla has been gravely misrepresented.
We will hear your clarification.
There is a third faction, a militia, if you would. There has been a curse placed upon Fort Isotilla. A curse that causes the soldiers and nobles and peasants all alike of the fort to become, well, divided. When the curse affects an individual, they will split into two. And then from there, it can worsen. The 2 can split into 4, the 4 can split into 8, the 8 can split into 16. And every single time this happens, a portion of that original person has to go to one of the 2 new individuals that are created. One of the new doubles has to share with the other.
So just nodding her head.
It is why this war has seemed so huge and out of control. However, in reality, it is actually very small what is happening. There's not really that many people involved, just lots of, well,
Fragments.
I see. This is very distressing news.
What this curse has caused to happen is that a part of Isotiller has fragmented and formed a militia. This militia, formed by people who have divided too many times to really know what they are doing anymore.
I think I understand your plight.
In their ignorance, however tragic it may be, they have gone and started a war on our behalf. It is all very tragic and sad indeed.
Oblivious just kind of wipes her eyes on Harold.
If I may, Lord Puzzleplank has been also withholding something we deemed important enough to not share with the Isotilla Regency. But if you're suggesting a grand misunderstanding, it is possible that such an information could be shared for greater understanding.
If that is your wish, my liege.
As you wish, there is still a part of the story that I have not yet told you. The reason that I wanted privacy for this conversation. It is involving, well, your family. It may be hard to hear for your regency.
I'm willing to hear whatever it is you have to say.
If you had something that you wish to share with us, now would be the time to get that part away.
Well, the thing is that I've got it.
She kind of holds a finger up.
How about we play a little game for it?
Here we go.
Oh?
Information can't just be given away for free. So why don't we play a little game for it?
She smiles.
What kind of game would you be,
The light flies back up to here, and Oblivious stands.
Something befitting of the scenario, something that I think your lordship would understand. How about a game of capture the flag?
Oh.
And Oblivious is going to jump back out of her seat here, land here on the staircase, do a little bow, and just continue.
all of this sad and depressing information has gotten me a little bit down. I think that we need to liven things up just a little bit before we continue. Of course, your story is important, and the Regency would like to reassure you that it is of the utmost importance that we hear what you have to say. But you're going to have to earn the transfer of information. So,
Elisar is going to look up to Lucy. Elisar is going to look up to Larry as well. And he's just going to silently just shake his head. Lucifer, and aside for a second. You see what is happening here, don't you?
I believe I do.
We have to keep pushing.
We have to win.
Pushing the reality of the situation.
Are you saying that Lord Regent over there is just blind to the situation as a whole?
Or doesn't want to hear it.
I think we should play the game.
I don't think we should play the game, Lucifer. I think we might actually be onto something here.
Elsa, for the sake of keeping the situation stable, it might be in our best interest to do so. We don't know what will happen if we don't.
Lord Regent.
Yes?
King of Puzzle Plank. What would the terms be if we were to refuse?
Refusal?
It's just kind of like a silence that goes around for a second.
I understand that there are things that you are excited to share with us. But right now, time is of the essence. And we are willing to share what we know without you have to earn it through a game. We are willing to tell you up front if you are to hear us.
It just shakes her head.
I already know that. Let those worries just drift away for a little bit.
As I said, Elsa, it's probably the only way.
Elisar's going to look back to Lucifer.
Just go. We're not going to get anything here. She's too much of a coward to do anything.
I believe that just as we unintentionally done with Millie before, what's happening needs to break bit by bit before we can actually get somewhere. Although I would love just to sit and talk, that is an option we want, not that we have.
Time is not our ally, Elisar, or Lucy, or Psycho. We need to hit this hard, we need to hit this fast, and we need to hit this now.
I'm sorry, Alyssa. Alright, Lord Regent, we'll play.
My Regency. We have discussed. I have a suggestion. We are tired and weary from our travel. Perhaps a game of checkers would be more befitting.
Game of checkers.
She looks around. There's murmurs amongst the crowd. And she's going to hold her hand out and just go,
Oh, well. In the case of a game of checkers, I suppose. Why not?
That way, we are not running ourselves weary. We can still continue our discussion throughout
Oblivious
the
is
game.
gonna hop back down the banister, just kind of slide down, jump right back down into her seat, and she pulls out of absolutely nowhere a checkerboard.
Alright, who's playing her? Who's playing her?
Do we
Not
have
me.
checkers?
I'm confident I could
Do you want to
possibly
actually play
win.
checkers versus Oblivious?
Yes!
I haven't played
Yes!
checkers in so long. Also, this is playing against an AI.
Wait, go put up a checker game.
Some
guys wanna
others
watch
are
Deep
going
Blue?
to jump down and are going to watch the game.
I can take her.
Too.
I knew,
Oh,
that's,
no.
I
Are
knew
we
that's
gonna
what you
be
were
the
going to do.
pieces?
I knew that's what you were going to do.
They're sizing them for me. No,
Yeah, so
Yeah, it's me!
this actually works out that I grabbed a soldier.
yeah, you
And
get full soldier and soldier and soldier. John Lennon's in this game.
Oh. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oblivious is then going to flick the light back down here, and it's going to and turn into a coin. Someone roll me a d2. Choose a side. For first.
I will take one.
All right, if it lands on a 1, you go first. Okay, she goes first.
That's fine.
All right. Ratchers, take the flanks.
Soldier follows suit.
A king must speak for his soldiers.
Lightning, close the gap.
Monkey noises.
Ansela, forward.
Alright, okay, so wait, mate, why do the pieces bloody look like me, mate? I'm starting to have Oh no, mate, they look like me, it's weird.
A lord has to know that his subjects are important. Taking a wrong move will not only mean losing the game, but the life of one of your subjects. Can you handle that?
I can. Lucy?
Oh, there you go.
Soldier, maintain.
Alright.
Lightning, please do us a grand sacrifice.
Alright, you'll notice the mouse just out, and Rolling Gold, the mouse riding on your back disappears.
Ah, great. I knew that's exactly what was going on.
Unfortunate,
Right.
but necessary. Muppet, forward!
And poof, and you can no longer see lightning in the sky.
I have a question for you, Lord Regency.
Yeah, of course.
In checkers, what exactly happens when a piece is captured?
Well, the piece goes to jail, of course.
Huh.
Num, close up the gap.
Right.
She would go here.
Soldier,
Oh, hello there, soldier. What about... there?
very well.
Take the
Num,
puppet.
I hate to put you in danger, but there are 2 targets before you. Take them both out.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that is most definitely a large man in front of me.
I'm aware.
Uh-huh.
Harold
Psycho.
stares down.
And Oblivious leans forward in her chair. An interesting play, a self-sacrifice. Well, I suppose if you know what you're doing.
No war is won without sacrifice.
Oh, you know, there could just not be a war.
But one should avoid it at all costs.
Harold is going to jump over Num. And Num's going to vanish.
Sister, Num? Oh my god. The just in jail, right? They're just in jail, right?
Well, they've been sacrificed to the jail, of course.
Oblivious smiles.
Lucy's gonna look over at Seiko.
Seiko looks extremely focused.
Anything has happened to her?
Lucy, close up the gap.
All right.
Attempting to have me surrounded, you're leaving yourselves wide open for attack.
Encore?
There's my sister. Let me at him. I'm coming for you, big boy.
Oh, how's it goes? Vigil, hold up the flank, will you? And prepare your archery strikes for this space.
Wait, what the fuck does that mean?
Well, he has a bow. I'm going to use it next turn.
That's not in fucking... That's not in chess.
Are you telling me that my soldier can't use his bow?
Not unless I can use my gun.
But you don't have a gun.
I pull out my shotgun and I slap it across the table.
You don't have a shotgun anymore?
Wait a minute. Larry, you know what you do have. Seiko.
Aye?
Larry's about to get hit with an archery strike. Why don't you castle him with one of the,
But this checkers not chess.
Please don't put me there. Ah.
Don't worry, Ancelor. I'm taking a step forward myself.
Well, if you've gotten British out of a sudden, I'm kind of scared. Okay? Alright, what are you doing?
The flamingo pulls back his bow, draws it back, aims it at Larry.
I flipped the table.
Give me a bronze roll.
Oh wait, no, I have a -1 because it's hot here, technically.
Oh, alright. You flip the table, dislodging the, basically you just bump it. It's kind of more so everything gets shaken off course. The arrow right by your face and misses. And Oblivious is just gonna hold on to her crown and just go, "Whoa, tectonic earthquakes going on!" Using a geographic field to your advantage, very smart.
Encore, do you still have the shotgun?
No, I gave that back to Larry. Seiko,
Yeah?
move me forward.
Are you
To the
sure?
left. Yes, I have an idea.
Very
Ansel,
well.
you're not gonna like it.
You better not sacrifice me, mate.
Never.
Are you absolutely sure, Encore?
Let me get revenge for my sister.
I trust you. Encore, advance to the left as you say.
The arrow going completely off course. Let's see here. How do I gain more distance with this? Hank! Why don't you, get a leg up on the competition?
Hank is going to stand up and start sprinting.
Mikey, I need a refresher. Mikey, I need a refresher on how soldier works now.
He can swap places with any of his other shoulders.
Your friends aren't the only ones who are speedy. Soldier! Blitzkrieg! And I'm gonna see if I can get Soldier to run across and just run straight through them.
Okay. Roll speed, Larry. Soldier blitzkriegs forward, tearing Nebula to bits. Bits. And Oblivious, both on the table, turns and stares.
Even faster than Hank. I'm going to have to pull out some serious business if I want my army to survive this.
You! Oblivious walks forward. Points at Lucy.
Hi.
Rock, paper, scissors.
What?
Rock, paper, scissors, now.
I see.
The Oblivious on the table is holding a hand out.
Okay. Sure, why not? I guess.
How are you going to play rock, paper, scissors?
Both of us message Duncan our answers. Sure. So Oblivious just goes, rock, paper, scissors, and boom! Rock.
Point goes to Oblivious.
Aha!
Oh. Uh-oh.
Lucy, your little figure on the table looks up. There's a boulder falling from above you. You are crushed by the boulder.
Oh, gods for the...
And then Lucy on the table, you feel what it feels like to be a pancake in your chair.
Lucy, are you okay?
You see like a flattened, like paper-like hand just like lift up towards Encore.
Oblivious holds up both hands. Victorious!
Oh, Lucy. I'll keep you safe, I swear. On head.
You put yourself at risk,
Thanks,
Mary. Soldier, take France.
As this happens, John Lennon is going to menace you.
I think he might actually hurt you.
I'd like you to
John
roll
Lennon.
bravery, please, or this seal's gonna bite you.
It's so scary.
And as you jump forward, John Lennon bites down, and there's just a slice. And Oblivious looks around and just goes, "Oh." And the crown clatters to the ground.
So, did we establish what was going to happen if one of the commandos gets captured?
No.
I don't think they thought of that.
I don't know why they put themselves on the front line if they.
Hubris?
This is gonna
Ansel looks around.
Encore looks at Hank.
Hank
Out.
slowly gets out of his chair, hops down, pulls out a bike pump from behind one of the stuffed animals, puts the front into Lucy's mouth, and starts pumping. Lucy, you are filled back up to normal.
Just
Are you quite
gets
alright?
up, grabs the hose. Oh, hi, hey. Oh, what the fuck?
Hank tilts his hat.
Thank you, Hank.
Let's back up. Thank Hank. And the checkerboard starts to just kind of fade back out.
Aww. I had a really good joke if I was ever moved.
It seems they've taken their commander and routed their army.
Harold picks up the crone and holds it out. To you, Seiko.
Did I just accidentally conquer...
I think what you're supposed to say is king me.
King me?
Dunk. It's dropped around your head.
Actually, the only one who made it to the back of the enemy board would actually be Soldier. He'd be the one getting kicked.
Good job, Soldier.
Anyway.
You're a king. Ja, ich weiß das.
Hank, could you show us to the jail so we could find the others?
Hank pulls a key off the wall, twirls it around in his finger, walks down here, swings around.
Please just pull up one of these boards. One of these.
Literally,
child
there
death.
is there is bars in the wall here. Hank sticks the key into the metal bar, turns it. The metal bars go up because, of course, they do. And behind the wall, you see
New ground acquired.
a bird is sitting on Oblivious's head. Oblivious looks up as Hank opens the door.
Congratulations. Thank
The pleasure
you.
was all mine. However, I do believe that this is yours. Conquest was never my goal. Just the opposite, in fact.
Well, that's very respectable. Well, as I said, information for information. You've earned your right to hear it.
Of course.
Would you all like to follow me outside for a moment?
Of course.
I would like to show you.
And might I say, well fought.
Thank you. I've never played checkers before.
I will say, how you play it is a lot more interesting than how it's normally played.
Oh, really? You're going to have to give me the rundown. I'm not entirely clear on the rules.
Don't worry about it, Oblivious. You'll be beating Grandmasters in no time.
Goodbye, friends. I will be back.
Just kind of waves around to the room.
Very well. So, did you wish to lead us then?
Yes, of course.
Starts marching forward.
Okay then.
Look at your sister.
Num would flip back out and she would just go,
That was scary.
Yeah, you kind of just straight up vanished.
I couldn't speak to you. It was like Mad as Hell 2 all over again.
I'm sorry, Encore, but it was necessary we did claim victory.
Never do that again!
Num stares at you, Seiko!
I don't
No,
intend
don't
to.
forget to grab the bird.
You were so willing to be bait for the butterfly earlier. What's changed since then?
Being bait and actually vanishing are two separate things, Doctor.
The same outcome
Fun
could have
fact,
happened back
if
there.
the bait thing didn't work out, that's exactly what would have happened.
I can't grab the bird.
I see your point, but it doesn't make me feel like you're making any less fun of me.
Don't worry, if she does that again, I'll break her.
As Oblivious is walking, she just goes,
Isn't it a lovely place here?
It is.
Bright green grasses, wide open skies.
Very, very orderly, all of it.
It's a welcome change to the cold outside.
I'm glad that, that was kind of my hope, you know?
Yeah.
Did you make the outer walls red and blue on purpose?
I believe that's just a coincidence. I must say, at first I was really worried that none of you were going to let up. I've seen a lot of what you've been doing. It's very impressive.
Oh, well.
I suppose I was just hoping that... Well...
she smiles, kind of holding a hand down to the ground. Some flowers kind of grow around in her hand. She plucks them.
You all seemed like you needed a break. From all the stress, all the... death, life.
Can't deny that there has been quite a bit of, stress as of lately.
It was fun getting to escape from all of that, just for a moment, but I would very much prefer to talk about it, rather than continuing turning away.
She stands at the edge of the grass here.
Well, the fantasy world is like that. Just a momentary break from things, nothing more. Shall we share in this last moment then? I very so much want you all to see the sunset.
Yay.
Ooh.
Witty.
Oh, neat.
As she looks out across the field, in the distance, the sun now cresting down below sort of purplish clouds, sending rays of orange light all over you. Oblivious smiles.
I know it's all fake. I've known since the beginning. Truth is, I don't really know what's going on in the real world.
Well, I can tell you one thing for certain. Sunsets are real. They are definitely out there.
She looks out, sort of a somber look on her face.
It's really bad out there, isn't it?
Can't lie to you. It is.
Depends on where you go.
There are many things that you enjoy in here that are real out there as well. Out there, you can still enjoy sunsets. You can still gather around the table with your family, and you can play checkers for as long as you wish.
The light's going away. I hope it comes back someday.
Yo! God, I want Oblivious.
You're not solar powered, right?
No.
That'd be a fucking tragedy. I mean, who would
But
make
in a
something
sense,
solar
you
powered
are.
in Antarctica?
Just nervously.
So, are we meant to gather that this is it then? No more days. We've entered the polar night.
Oblivious just nods.
things aren't all hopeless, you know. Everyone may be all scattered, divided, split into separate pieces, but those pieces can be put back together somehow.
I hope so.
Like a big puzzle.
I've done so much figuring as to how to put everything back together. But I'm afraid I've lost control of my hands, if you will. I've done things that I'm very much not proud of.
The fact that you acknowledge them as being things that you're not proud of means that you're growing as a person. We all have room to grow and change who we are. In fact, you want to know something that changed about me? She's going to come up. You can't tell the others, okay?
I'm good at keeping secrets.
I used to be a boy.
That reminds me of a story. Did you know that in the real world, they think that girls can't be kings?
Well, that's because they can that's because they can be queens.
But I don't want to be a queen. I want to be a king.
They're really the same thing. Just
No, they're not.
semantics.
They're completely different.
How so?
A king is a regent, a lord, a big guy with a big stick with like a symbol on it and a cool spiky crown. Queens are just like... They're not interesting.
They've got to do all the work, huh?
But, you see, there was a point in time that a queen could be just as powerful. In fact, I do believe that there was an English queen who defeated a Spanish king.
Must have not been a good king.
Yeah, the Spanish were pretty shit.
I love her so much, guys.
Oh, quite the opposite. He had a large armada, and they clashed at sea, and though the battle was bitter, the Queen of England came out on top. They were equally matched, you see.
I see your point, and you like queens for some reason. I can't fault you for being wrong, I guess, but... well...
That's another thing you'll learn about the outside. Everyone has their own views and their own values and their own idea of what's good and what's not.
I suppose I've seen a lot of that. I can't feel my body right now. Is that normal? I've been meaning to find a spot to bring it up, but I've been failing.
Have you not
Fucking
been able
fine,
to feel
I
your
don't know
body at
jack
all?
shit about AI.
Well, the royal secrets are yours. And now that all of your spirits have been lightened, I hope that we can come to a conclusion which is peaceful. A sort of peace treaty between the kingdoms of Isotilla and Fort Puzzleblank.
That would be the best.
The Regency would very much like that.
You keep bringing up Regency. Usually that means the current monarch is away or underage. Are you... If you're the regent, who are you regent for?
The man who controls my hands. I don't choose the things I create.
Who's in control?
I've long since given up on that idea.
Well now, Lord Regent, you have friends.
And then it appears we have a king to overthrown and a queen to put back on her rightful throne. Eh?
A king. Oblivious puts her hands on her hips.
I'm a king.
Yes, a king to reinstate.
This is our king, and we will help them.
Either way, we're doing a militaristic coup.
I bet you're very excited about that, Larry.
I would very much like to help all of you, but without my body at the time being, I can't really do much.
What
so
can you tell us? Tell us everything that you know about the situation.
I can open the doors. I can let you get to me. The real me, not this fake world. That's about all I can do is hope that you can find some sort of solution. But I'll be helping you all the way.
The militia that was mentioned earlier, they have a name for the one who's pulling your strings. They call them the Devil of the South. They'll help you overthrow the devil.
Do you know what the devil is motivated by? Do you know what they want?
Stronger bodies. Every form I make him doesn't satisfy him.
There's a reason behind that. Remember
I
the curse
like
that I
them
told you
quite
about?
a lot, you know.
She holds her hand out.
I thought I had created the perfect being right here.
Seiko looks up.
I've always been quite fond of penguins myself.
They're in excellent form. But I suppose this wasn't strong enough. So I kept going. I pushed it a little bit further. I thought, oh, what if it had 3 heads? That wasn't good enough either.
We encountered your forms out in the field. They gave us plenty of trouble. I was nearly torn open.
Very sorry about that.
There's no hard feelings.
They're not supposed to be fighters. They're supposed to be my friends. If they
They will be
attacked
again.
you, then they're... I don't know what they're doing. It's not very nice of them, and I'll have to reprimand them.
They're probably under control of the devil. As I said, we'll do what we can.
Do you remember the curse that I told you about?
I do.
You are aware that you have a sister, correct?
I've always wanted to meet her. I've been told a little bit about her. She seems very nice. Dad didn't want me to meet her there. Not yet.
Well, I thought I might as well share this with you. The one who has placed that curse upon everyone on Isotilla is your sister.
But why would she do that?
She did not mean to. Just as the devil controls your hands, tragedy controlled hers.
She is unaware and does not know how to fix it.
That is why it is up to us to pick up all of the pieces and try to fit them back together.
She's scared, much like most children. Death terrifies her, and so she tried to stop death. The result, to the side of my head and my missing arm, aren't exactly perfect or how she wanted.
Every tragedy that's happened with her presence is nothing but good intentions gone awry.
To remove death from humanity, it's like a puzzle with a missing piece.
Incomplete. I see. I'm surprised that she allowed such a mentality to take control of her. But I suppose I understand wanting to get lost in an ideal. It makes sense.
It wasn't her fault.
Here's what, 3-4 years your junior?
She is like what we are now. She was still incomplete. Her worldview was still missing pieces.
Can I meet her?
I was just thinking about that. Alisar, a moment, please.
We'll be only a second.
Alisar, I picked up outside a schematic of how the communication systems work throughout facilities. If you think it's a good idea, it might be possible to set up communication between Millennium and Oblivious.
There's one issue that I can see with that, Seiko. One concern which I will point out to you here and now. we don't know what else is occupying the airspace around Antarctica.
Yeah, that's the thing. There is an underground system, but however, my concern would be this Devil of the South. If it seized control of Oblivious, it might seize control of Millennium. And
We might want to be careful with what electronics and machines we set up. Remember what we were shared with the weather probe.
yeah,
Remember solar magnetism, a concept coined by the good doctors.
I'd like you to tell Oblivious this is possible, but we have to deal with the threat first. Perhaps Oblivious can teach Millennium what she doesn't already know. And vice versa. But first the devil must be dealt with before I even think of setting up such a system.
I agree.
Alright. Lord Regent. In theory, according to schematics, it might be possible. However, it can't be done yet. Not while the devil's still around. Or else what happened to you might happen to her. You understand?
All right.
But as soon as this crisis is dealt with, I'll do what I can to help you talk to your sister.
Out of all of these, things, I think it's fair enough to say that we should, make sure this case doesn't continue.
We've been doing what we can. We've just recently brought the good doctors into the fold. We are hoping to elevate them to a higher level of understanding, so that they can help us stop all of this fighting, rather than just perpetuating it.
Step 1, end the fighting. Step 2, break the curse. Step 3, put you in communication with your sister.
Step 4, get out of Antarctica.
Alive, preferably.
I think all of those can be done.
Wish us luck.
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 Where you are completely starts to shift. Oblivious looks at the others and goes,
I would very much like to speak to you all more, but, I would like to do it in the real world, I think. Is that agreeable?
Of course.
Sure.
Sounds great.
I think so.
Alright. I'll see you all then.
so you'll stand there, sort of watching everything around you fizzle out. Oblivious tries to look strong, but you can see behind the mismatched eyes, behind the smile of confidence, there is ample fear in her eyes.
There are things out there, Oblivious, that are more beautiful than a quilted sky. Just try to think about that.
Seiko will give her a hug. You'll be alright.
And the world stands still. In front of you, just a soft crackling radio.
Ah.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer.
I thought it was something like this.
I think it has probably occurred to the rest of you as well that those staticky frostbitten that we saw enter the chamber were nowhere to be found. What was that about?
Like, you might want to zip up before you step outside of the room. I know in here it's a little bit
Elisar is
warmer,
going
but
to
outside
immediately
is-
go onto his communicator.
Yeah.
Team Tunnel Rats, come in.
Elisar?
Oh, Dr. Iso, thank goodness.
Everyone
Everyone's
all
all
right in
right?
there?
We
Right.
just had a little bit of a foray into well, we met Oblivious.
Oh,
And we talked with them for a while.
Well, I must say, from our end, Doc, all we heard was a radio broadcast being jammed into our earphones. The most of us have set our, communicators aside. I'm pretty sure Murphy put it in his pocket.
You can tell Murphy to unmute now.
I'll do just
Undeafen
that.
now or something. How long has it been? How long were we away?
couldn't have been longer than an hour.
Didn't feel that long, so...
Well, that's good to know that there wasn't any time dilation happening.
Come on, let's go find this thing. The Devil of the South has found a way to hijack Oblivious's stand. Like Millie has one, Oblivious has one, and it appears to be able to create creatures.
The creatures do still appear to be of her design. It's just that they're being, well,
Hijacked.
forms that are being, yes, passed over to violent consciousnesses who are now trying to destroy everything. So, the current plan for us right now, try to find the Devil of the South and do something about him.
Sounds like a good plan, Doc.
From removing him from power, stopping him from hijacking Oblivious's ability, and hopefully find a way to talk him back from the brink of this madness that has overtaken him.
And if we can't, we shoot him in the face.
If we can't, then we do the corporal's suggestion.
Everyone, I'm gonna need to go to a different scene now. Elsewhere on the Antarctic ice floes. Distantly, as we scroll across to this pyre of ice, jaggedly sort of forming out of the very snow itself. At the very top, a glowing beacon spreads light all over Antarctica. And in the center, the ice starts to snap, to crack, to mold and form around itself. A mote of red first, snapping, hand clawing at the sky, then pulled back down by a wave of blue light and ice, wrapping around it, tearing at its very form, molding it into something that clutches at its own face, looking around at the world that it stands in, at the storm in absolute fury.
Oh no.
Oh, that looks so cool.
Act 4.
As it does so, some of the ice coalesces, coating around its arm, turning into a long, trident-like appendage, which it slams down with a spark into the side of the lighthouse. And from there, all it does is merely stare back at Eso Tiller, as the pyre above it slowly drifts down, going to the tip of its trident and merging with it. And as the light wanes, it merely stares back out towards Eso Tiller.
Everything I said I wouldn't do, I did. Life just happens and it is
So
what
everyone,
it is. That's how I used to think as
next
a kid.
time,
You better learn to swim or you'll
we
sink
will
with
come
the
back
ship. In the blink of a lid, you'll be twice your age. And then till now,
the
it's
first
night and day, and that perfect
polar
life
night.
that you're fighting for can be lost in a series of sliding doors. Too proud to say
Huh?
you need some help.
Shit. Oh no, he's the loading screen now. Tutorial over.
Oriole is over.
Oh, look at all these things.
Unfortunately, I think the big one behind him might already be dead.
I think we managed to unite the factions in time before the polar night. Or come close to it, at least.
I think that's the warden.
Yep, this is Till the World.
Look at them all.
Batman.
There's the jelly. There's the...
Oh, they're going good.
There's the goop.
I love the animated birds in the background.
Oh, who the fuck's up
know
here?
what that is? Have we seen that before?
What is this?
I think that's
That
new.
looks like one of those.
Is that what happened to the satellite?
Gotta be.
Oh, you know what? That does kind of look like the satellite.
Oh, here's the penguin.
I love everyone noticing all the stuff all over. I love this ending card.
Liz, why are you having a three-way civil war by yourself?
I hate myself so much I decided to fight myself twice.
God damn it!
To make it fair.
Oh. Shall we
Stop
look
trying
tomorrow?
to cosplay Spade in the 1930s.
Oh yeah, ready.
Y'all ready for some crazy shit? There was a lot today.
I'm so ready to see this art.
That was actually a really, really good chill sesh.
I'm glad. I really like the checker solution. Thank you. You had me improv that all on the spot. It was great.
I had fun playing it. all of those days, the years of playing checkers with my ex and with my dad played off.
Yeah, so I'm sure, I don't know if I fully explained it, but my whole thing was like, Oblivious knows that you all don't trust this. Just kind of wanted to give you guys a break. I'm so happy with that idea.
That came through very good.
Excellent.
I've got a plan. I need to write it down in my private server. Hold on. Otherwise, I'm gonna forget to do this.
I love the tearing cable.
So, first thing that we saw was the Good Doctor. We started with the Good Doctor. Yeah, remember that? It's like a century ago.
Oh my god.
God, I love this song.
Talk about perfect songs that really just set the beginning of the session with.
Yeah. I've been wanting to drop this for a while because literally there was no other good spot for it because it's not like you guys are going to fight him again for some reason. And I was like, oh, I could probably just do it there. He could just send the info to Millie. Okay.
It really was like a perfectly used for the situation of, oh, guess what, dumbass, you ain't working together. He's gonna send you off on some suicide mission, asshole. Fuck you.
He's so.
Lucy
This guy's a piece of shit. I love him.
Feelings about this motherfucker. So many feelings.
Speed of ass. I still don't.
Yeah, what's going on with the silhouettes that appear of him?
So the silhouettes of him are a piece that is left behind, essentially allowing him to connect a single cable all the way back to him in order to see through cameras and stuff like that.
Okay. So it's just like a very, very small fragment of this guy.
Yep.
And just like any isolated part of him will always take the shape of that silhouette.
Yep. And the fun part about this guy also, he's the only frostbitten I've allowed to use learning points. He's the only one that could do it.
Huh.
Makes sense.
So the first learning point he had, which allowed him to turn any of the unbitten flesh into flags, allowing him to command it basically subconsciously. The second one he got basically during the fight, let him do that to like people who have full control, like Bliss.
We're definitely gonna be seeing that one a lot more.
Yeah, so in my original idea behind this, literally all the Good Doctor was a distraction to try and usher out more frostbitten from the base. But you guys created such a bigger importance around him that I'm just like, hell yeah.
He was literally the little light on the end of an anglerfish's tentacle.
Dangling out that juicy little lore bit just for you.
Yeah, and we took it every time.
As soon as we realized we could communicate with it, it became less of a, oh, this is a anglerfish type thing, and suddenly, oh, this is a character we can interact with.
Furthermore, Oblivious happened. So first he saw this little guy. Friend.
1, 2, 5, 10.
Counting hard.
She's trying. Also, I like how this one's also juxtaposed to the other blue spiral.
Yeah. And this is actually a redraw. I redrew Oblivious recently because I wasn't super happy with the original, but I'll show you both. Here's Oblivious.
Cute.
Oh, look at all the background TVs.
That background.
I wonder how she's been keeping track of us.
Oblivious is a really fun design. I'm sure you... This is really great because now this is juxtaposed with Professor Black Eyes last time, so you saw Oblivious's silhouette before Oblivious, which I was just like, ooh, cool.
Yeah, I mentioned that.
Yeah,
I was like,
wondering why
hold
there
on.
was a short-haired Millie.
The person
like
that was
that.
Millie with the virus.
Because it
Cool
wasn't the
about him.
same. It's not the same Millie short haircut. So I was looking at that earlier, like,
They're similar, but very harder to tell the difference when they're silhouettes, which I really enjoy.
It's you gotta look at the fucking little
You know, Tali,
thing sticking out the top.
when I first saw the virus's token, I was just like, this is Oblivious, isn't it? And
Here's the first drawing I did of her, like, a while ago. So there was a funny little out-of-context spoiler that I posted in Learned Mortality of a tube of toothpaste. It's her. She's the
Oh
tube
my
of
gosh, she is
toothpaste.
a tube of toothpaste.
She's a tube of toothpaste. I love my toothpaste child.
Multicolored exit.
Oh my god.
She's a toothpaste child.
I love my toothpaste as colored gray, orange, and gray.
And then I had a lot of fun doing these.
Gray, orange, and purple.
give them.
So there were a lot of plushies in this episode, and also I want to mention that not only were there a bunch of plushies I posted, but this episode had 2 cameos from our Patreon. Yes, 2. Meefin and Parker Fireaga, both of you. A shout out to trusting me when I said that your goofy ass ideas would actually fit in this very serious game. I told you there was a spot. So I'm gonna post both of those first. Here's Hank, the gunslinging chimp.
Yeah.
What's he doing here? Wait.
You gonna show up and not say howdy?
You're gonna show up and not say howdy?
You want to explain Hank?
Do I have to explain Hank? I think Hank is the experience best discovered.
I think you should explain Hank at least a little bit for people unfamiliar.
That's fair enough. Hank is a joke from my live streams. It's an image that Meefin sent me, and it was just like, yeah, put this on the screen, and then it turned into a whole ordeal of like a vaporwave Hank that overtook into the Hankiverse. It's a whole thing.
You cut you cut together like an edit of that whole shebang.
It's because I put him on my cursed monitor, and he showed up like this.
There it is. I wanted that image. I was like, wasn't there like a really crusty version of this image? I forgot what the context of it was, but yeah, on your busted ass monitor.
My busted monitor, which was dying, I put the image on it, and he looked like that.
Now this is true fear. This is all the horror that you need. This is Hank. Unchained.
And there's another fun meme that's been going around the servers, which I'm sure anyone who's been a part of Break Time would have noticed. It's also been in the fan art segments of the episodes. Parker wanted to reincarnate as John Lennon so that he could be with his wife, so I let him be with his wife. Parker, I hope you're happy that you are now canonically with your wife. Fucking John Lennon.
Yeah, look at him go.
This chonky boy.
My sister married
Your plushy sister.
AKA Oblivious, and now you kiss.
And yes, Duncan, that is an Animal Crossing face. I wanted her to have an Animal Crossing villager face.
So, what's the deal with Plushy Sister? Is that just another fragment of Goose, or is it just a thing? That...
Plushy Sister.
It's for me to know and for you to find out.
It's Plushy Sister, so that Parker is with their wife.
I made a goose just for you, Parker. Yes?
This entire session has just completely baffled me about anywhere I thought this story was going.
I'm glad that was the point.
I'm so excited to see what the fuck is gonna happen next.
And I was totally
wanted to
prepared.
throw you for a loop with this whole illusion.
You did. You very
Tali,
much did.
I was fully prepared to destroy Oblivious's core when we found him, but now Oblivious is too cute. Let's
yeah,
protect.
You know what?
Better love
This
Oblivious.
episode is coming out just in time to Amazing Digital Circus is a big thing right now, and everyone loves clown conditioning.
I can't believe John Lennon has canon art now, though. I can't believe John Lennon has canon art.
Furthermore, I drew Oblivious's friends. So here's Penguin.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a murder penguin.
Nice.
Here's a House of Dreams.
Oh, I missed that one in the plush pile.
It's like someone glued 3 Pringles together. Very cool.
Here's a Wild Thing.
Oh, look at the good boy.
He's a good boy.
So are
Tali,
they showing up in the store so I can buy like all of them?
Tali, I want these as plushies. I want these as plushies.
Support us
New
on Patreon
merch.
anyway.
Secret Drink Bot
No, this is the thing. Okay, so I'm gonna say this here so that it's on the record. Frostbitten are canonically plushies. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
We
can be
pick
real.
it up.
We can bring them to the real world.
Oblivious is literally like making them, and then on the outside is just making an amalgamation in reference to them.
Yes, she makes the blueprints. And they all start as soft little friends.
And then they become
However,
your
That's why they're
monsters.
all like animalistic and stuff. They're basically just a bunch of animals that a kid would know.
Something I do want to put out there that I find interesting. I don't know if it actually is something, but these have red in them, not the glitchy ones we saw at the very beginning. So I can't wait to figure out what those ones in the beginning are about.
I'm sure you'll find out at some point. I should post those, shouldn't I?
You should.
Yeah,
Yeah, I want to look closer at them.
we still have a few more plushies.
Yeah, I'll post those right now so you can look at them.
There's something in the background of a glitchy wolf there, but I can't quite figure out what it is.
Oh, it's
Also,
wonder
Moses Twist.
if these are the frostbitten that we're going to be facing during the Polar Night sessions.
Moses Twist, Moses Twist.
I love the fucking.
Here's a wandering emperor. I still haven't been able to reveal the name of this guy. I'm mad.
Cute. Very cute.
Here's a water dragon.
Why would we attack the fast travel point? I was wondering what that red thing was, and I'm like, I'm betting that's water dragon. But
the water dragon. I love him.
Worm without string, what crimes will he commit?
Very big crimes.
Man, I love this PTSD for Lucy.
And here's Steak.
This one's my favorite.
derpy shark.
Derpy derp.
The audience requires more steak content.
And then furthermore, Oblivious had her own individual friends. We got Muppet.
Yeah, that one.
Vigil.
Hi, Muppet. Hi. Oh.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, Muppet kind of thick though.
We got Nebula.
Alright, show us the big boy.
And friends.
Yo, the Smalls.
Yeah, the little Smalls are his arrows. And we got Harold the Chonk. This is a reference to Kaiba, from which I used a lot of music in this session.
I didn't actually know what this was a reference to. I was just feigning knowledge to make it more
So
interesting.
what this guy is in the show Kaiba, it is a giant body that the main character gets their mind put into out of their own against their will.
Whoa.
Thought it fit the theme.
Yeah.
No, where like the one girl goes. Okay.
Who's in there?
I've seen this one.
Who's inside Harold?
It's inside Harold.
Harold harbors a deep secret.
Let's see here. Was there anything else?
Harold,
Yes.
the devil of the south.
This. The Last Sunset.
But why is Muppet so thick though?
Because I felt like it.
Yo, why Harold's so
enjoy the
thick though?
colors on this one.
That's the real questions.
Also, Tali, this art. That's like anime level. Good.
So this was done to purposefully mirror Millie's art.
Want to post that again so people can see?
Yes.
Yeah.
They are on opposite sides.
Session's great.
Also, if anyone calls Oblivious anything but a king, you're wrong. Let her be a king.
I love the
We
but yeah, there's
stand.
queens. You can be a queen. Fuck being a queen.
It's just like,
King.
yeah, no.
We stand a girl king.
Girl.
There's an entire era of history known as the Victorian era because of one queen.
We'll have to brush Olivia's up on her history.
I can't wait for next episode.
Doesn't mean she wants to be a queen. Anyway, where the fuck was I gonna go?
Oh, the ending card.
Yeah, y'all want to see Act 4?
Act 4 and ending card, yeah.
Here's Act 4.
Ooh.
Oh. Hello there, northern winds.
Did somebody order a Final Fantasy secret boss?
I still love the cape.
Same. This design is one of my favorites. Where's my to be continued art?
This design is so cool.
There they are. Here's the Polar Knight heads up.
Yeah.
We've made it.
Now dark all the time.
Cracked. It is
Also,
now
this
red.
is why I told you that I can't tell you how long it's going to be till the Polar Night. The Polar Night starts once you're done with Oblivious. No matter how you did it, that was going to be how I did it.
Oh, write that down for speedrun strats.
So if we had speedrun down here, it would have immediately started the Polar Night.
Yes.
I like that as a concept where this feels like we're actually in like the latter half of the game.
Yeah, like
Entering
You
hard
think-
mode is speedrunning.
you think you know
Oblivious.
everything. You think you know all the enemy abilities. Well, we're just gonna give them new abilities now. Fuck you.
And here's the
That's
to
the
be
impression I'm
continued
getting.
screen.
Yeah.
Who is that up there?
You think you recognize these guys? You don't even know these guys.
You don't even know this man's name. This
I'm
man's coming for
definitely
your
calling
man's.
it. I'm definitely calling it that all these silhouetted frostbitten back here are gonna be the blue ones.
Well, thank you everyone for going on this ride with me. I hope everyone's excited for next time.
I'm very excited.
I've had enough of Mr. Bose's wild ride. Don't freak out. Just look at Hank.
Just think of Hank. It's
Think
all
that now
good.
Hank is on our side,
You
definitely.
got Hank on your side. What could go wrong? Also,
Fuck is he doing
I
here?
love this song so much. It completely epitomizes the whole series. The To Be Continued song that's playing right now. It's Bliss and Isso's Believe.
I've been listening here and there, but not trying to listen too much, because I'll probably hear this song many more times.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for running today.
Of course.
Yeah.
This was a very pleasant surprise of a session. I wasn't quite sure what we were going to be doing during our quote-unquote chill day, but
Be honest,
no, I feel like we've done a lot.
you did a lot.
I feel like we've done a whole hell of a lot.
Just like a butterfly. Living in a world where the binge is a norm, and every night out it's like till 6 in the morning. But I should be kicking goals, my passion's musical. So why the fuck am I back in this cubicle? Flying off rails like a train wreck, but I will not fail. So tonight I'ma pack my bags and leave the old me behind in the past I've had, like.
Are you going to take the shot anytime soon,
Tali just got up.
Corporal?
Oh, sorry. Tali just got up. Duncan.
Oh, I understand. God is no longer present.
God was never here.
Antarctica is a fuck.
Antarctica is a fuck.